Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
We just did the whole fucking the whole opening sequence of this show on mute.
On mute.
Wow. Okay, well, let's try this again. So we went and we did the show on Wednesday. We reviewed the Netflix debut. We talked a little bit about NXT, which was really, really cool. I thought it was a really, really good show. We shit on The Rock a little bit, which seems to be our new favorite pastime in 24-25. So there's that. And then we got this idea because I'm out of town for a meeting, that Tom was going to come over to the hotel. We were going to do the show together live. We were going to drink Hulk Hogan's Great American Beer, but we couldn't find it.
Could not find it. We looked everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, everywhere within our vicinity.
Yes. We come to find out, going to the Great American Beer website, that it was not in West Virginia or Pennsylvania, but it was in Ohio. And nobody got time for that. So.
No, I would rather stub my toe every time I walk in a room than go to Ohio to pick up what probably won't be that great of American beer.
No, I imagine that we probably could have bought a 12-pack of Yingling Flight.
Yeah.
And been just as, and things would have been just as good.
Actually, I would bet that's probably better.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably better.
There's probably a giant chance that's accurate.
It's probably a cleaner finish.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer tastes anything other than like
the Ultimate Warrior's jockstrap, maybe.
Maybe a little funky.
Yeah. I think that it's probably better, and then Tom and I, we'll just get some El Segundos. We'll get some Stone Colders. Yeah, nobody had Stone Colders.
Nobody. Which is shocking because we've had it. We've been able to find it before.
Yeah.
And we've had it.
Yeah.
Lots of times. I feel like we've had it together.
We have.
So it's like one of those things where it was just like, of course, the one time we're looking for it.
Yeah.
It's nowhere.
So Tom bought a 4-pack. I went and did a build your own 4-pack. So we're going to mix and mingle and have a good time. Right now I'm drinking 3 Floyd Zombie Dust, which is a phenomenal IPA that I've had several times. Mm-hmm. Saw it. It was in a 22. Super pumped.
3 Floyds is their artwork is phenomenal.
I have another can in here from a different company. I think it's a Pittsburgh local. The can's dope. Can't wait to show you.
So the 3 Floyds is actually in Munster, Indiana.
Yes, I've had a lot of their stuff before.
Hence the monster.
Yeah, right. Munster.
Mm-hmm.
Munster.
Is that what it is?
Sure, we'll go from there.
All right, that's fine.
Hey, but I do have a surprise for you And we don't have to get into it right now if you're not ready. But, we talk about this all the time.
Born ready.
We talk about this all the time. But I made sure since we were going to be together that I brought you a little bit of the Eagle Rare.
It's been so long since I've had it.
Not the unopened bottle that I have set aside for us to hang out.
That's probably better. That's probably better for my getting to work.
But I didn't get ice, and I know that you're like a whiskey nice guy. But I'll just give you a little sipper here.
That's all right. A little sippy sip is not.
There you go.
I could do it neat.
Yeah, and then if you want some more, we'll put it back down here on the floor. I've noticed that a good bourbon goes great with a frosty IPA. We
Sure
look
does.
forward to it. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Appreciate you coming through. I do love some Eagle Rare.
Oh, man, is that good?
It's crazy. Like, we're in this nice hotel, right? Like, I've got like the suite with the fireplace. There aren't even glasses.
Yeah, that's weird.
I got a kitchen.
Did they? Yeah, you have a kitchen. Like,
There's no glasses.
I feel like, is there even like a dishwasher in there?
No.
Okay,
There's a sink, but
Yeah,
there's no.
Seems like there ought to be like some water glasses and some wine. Yeah, there's always glasses, especially like rocks glasses.
Well, there's cups.
Yeah, and there's always. I feel like there's always rocks glasses in.
Busting out the good china. The good china for the good whiskey.
That is good stuff.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you liked my little surprise.
I do enjoy your surprise. That's all. That was lovely.
Hey, so we'll go ahead. We'll just jump in here and start talking about some wrestling. So obviously we roasted Hulk Hogan on Wednesday when we did the show, and we talked about how he came out and he did his beer ad, which is kind of what prompted today, right?
Sort of, yeah.
So he comes out, he gets booed, and then there's this mix of he was in Los Angeles, and it's the woke politics, and you expect him to get a little bit of a 50-50 reaction. I'm pretty sure the last like 3 or 4 times that motherfucker been on TV, he got booed out the building.
Absolutely.
So it sounds to me, and the rumor mill is churning, Tom. WWE is going to try to capitalize on this and turn Hulk Hogan heel.
Oh, because those weren't heel boos though. Did you think they were?
No, those definitely weren't heel boos.
Those were get the fuck off my screen.
Yeah.
Is what those were.
That's 100%.
Those were. I don't want to see this motherfucker live and in person ever,
brother.
And I feel like that this is gonna be whomever they're gonna try to get over as a babyface
is gonna get under.
Unless they save it until Bronson Reed has recovered, and then he comes back and gives Hulk Hogan 10 tsunamis and actually kills him. I think that will get Bronson Reed over as the biggest babyface in 2025.
Bro, like what is when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside?
Exactly. He's gonna come crashing down, and Hulk Hogan is gonna hurt inside.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Not only is it gonna hurt inside, he might come outside. It might just like you squish a grape, because he looks kind of like a grape.
Who looks like a grape? Bronson Reed?
He
is a portly fellow.
No. I mean, like Hulk Hogan would look like a squished grape, like a.
Well, he kind of already does. He walks like one at least.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't really walk. That was like the biggest thing. The biggest takeaway I had from that is that like they didn't even walk his motherfucking ass to the ring. They were just like, just go 10 feet out that curtain, stand right there, turn around, and go back. I still feel bad for Jimmy Hart.
Oh yeah. Did you see Pat McAfee show?
I saw the clip
on Tuesday. You saw the clip. I don't know who. I think it was that Ty that did that. The pre-recorded, or was it Boston Connor? It doesn't matter. It was funny. And I can't believe you booed Jimmy Hart like that, brother.
Jimmy, you got some real heat out there, bro. Jimmy Hart did nothing wrong, people.
No. Jimmy Hart's actually the one that got the pop. And then when Hogan came out from behind him, that's when all the boos started.
Yeah, there was cheer when Jimmy Hart came out because it was like, holy shit. Kudos to Jimmy Hart for
looking. We talked about it on Wednesday.
Man's 80 years old. Did you know that? I didn't find that out until after.
I mean, he looks like he's 80 years old, but he looks like he's had the plastic surgery of a 30-year-old doctor's wife.
I feel like Jimmy Hart has looked like 55 for 65 years.
That's fair.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he looked 55 when he was in his 20s.
No, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Or at least in his 40s. I don't know. we're only 40, so if he's 80, he was 40 when we were born, and yeah.
I mean, all I know is we watched him for a while, so like
We're still watching him.
Yeah, well, and getting all that heat, brother.
We're 40 years into this.
Getting all that heat, brother. So I don't know, man. I gotta tend to agree with you though. I think that if they try to utilize Hulk Hogan to get somebody over, as whether it be as like a heater, if they use Hogan as a heater, I think it's going to fail miserably.
Yeah.
I think that if they try to use Hogan to get a babyface over, it's going to fail miserably. I don't see how any of that makes sense in 2025 that Hulk Hogan is being used in any type of storyline.
So I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm gonna say that Hulk Hogan threw that out,
brother,
after he got booed out of the building. Like, oh, I got some good heat, brother. You can use that to get a babyface over, brother. And I think that somebody backstage went, yeah, okay, we'll look into that. And in seemingly what has been true Triple H fashion, yeah, we'll look into that means fuck off.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you ain't gonna see.
Yeah, you're a legend, brother. We don't want to hurt your feelings, but yeah, we're good.
I mean, the only way he's gonna get anybody over is if they actually hurt him. Like that's the only way that anybody like, and unless Hulk Hogan is taking a bump off a ladder or a bunch of tsunamis.
I don't know that he can climb a ladder.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not gonna actually kill an old man.
I don't even think
television.
he can walk. I mean, well, word for Ric Flair. I mean.
They did kill him.
However,
Ric Flair would love to die.
However, that wasn't WWE either.
Yeah.
It was Connor and Thompson and his whole thing, and all that good stuff. But I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me in the current state of where the product's at to let Hogan try to get somebody over.
I would be interested. I'll tell you what I would be interested. I would be interested to talk about it if they actually do try it, because I feel like if they actually do try it, it's going to go over like a dead fish. It's either going to get boos or silence, and it's probably going to get both. They probably get.
Is that possible to get both?
Well, I think there will be boos, and then I think there'll be just that like dead like crickets, and then you hear boo, like it'll be
like a Mercedes Moné in ring promo.
Exactly.
Okay, so
exactly.
I'm glad that we could draw a picture.
Exactly. More boos, I think, than because she gets a lot more silence. So I think we'll get more boo than silence.
So
at least the first time. If they keep traipsing him out there, it's going to be. It depends on how many times.
So last week, right? We were watching. I was sitting at home in the living room, and I was watching AEW. I was watching Dynamite, and Mercedes came out, and my wife was sitting on the couch. And my wife is not a wrestling fan.
No,
she gives no fucks. As a matter of fact, she sits there and she makes fun of me the entire time the wrestling's on.
That must be awesome.
I can't believe you fucking watch this shit. You fucking you can't believe it. Shut up, bitch. I don't really mean that. I love you, honey.
Yeah.
But like, just be quiet.
Just let me enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm not hurting anybody. But anyway, so Mercedes is in the ring cutting a promo, and she's like, I look over, and this is what I see, right?
She's like, where does this bitch find the audacity?
And I go, what's wrong? She goes, it's awfully quiet. I said, it's going to get worse. I said, because eventually everybody's going to get up and go take a piss.
Yeah, everybody's going to leave.
And
there will be nobody.
She goes, this is real bad. Like, most of this is bad, but this is real bad, babe. Yeah, I said, well, it's because she's real bad. And then, I explained, like, she used to be in WWE, and like, this whole thing, and she's like, yeah, I didn't care. Yeah. I said, joke's on you because they don't either.
Yeah, them too. They also don't care.
All them people that paid to be there don't care either.
I don't know what I'm starting to forget, what was it that made Sasha Banks? Was it Michael Cole being like, it's boss time? Like, what was it that made Sasha Banks feel like not always a big deal? Because I guess towards the end of her little run before she stomped out, it was like, she'd had a shaky year.
I have the answer to your question.
What was it that made Sasha and that made Mercedes Moné a nothing?
Yeah, I have the answer to your question. Oh. Good creative.
Yeah, creative, just period.
Yeah.
Instead of hey, go do whatever you want, because I feel like she does have her writing partner or whatever is there.
Yeah, because I think she's got Jen Pepperman.
Yeah, Jen Pepperman's there, but apparently you need more than Jen Pepperman to get Sasha Banks over. It was a good try. Not really. It wasn't really a good try.
Didn't she just win a 3rd championship recently?
I know she's still got 2. She's got that one New Japan one, and then she's got the AEW, the TBS title.
The TBS title, yeah.
And I don't think she didn't win one on Dynamite.
No,
Is she carrying 3 around?
I think she's carrying 3 around now. I think she won like a choo-choo-rooney.
Like an MLW like.
No, not MLW because they're too big for their britches. I mean, they sued WWE last year.
That's right, I remember that.
Yeah. So I don't know, but she's got. I think she won the choo-choo-rooney or something like that.
Something, okay.
So
or was it like a trophy? She won like a trophy.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but
a Dynamite diamond ring of sorts.
Listen, all I'm saying is The Rock needs to get rid of that fucking belt.
That is, yeah. So I was hoping that was the end of it. Like I fantasy booked it in my head because like you just texted. Like I saw him walk out and you're like, oh, this fucking, like we were watching it live. And I'm like, I saw The Rock walk out with the belt and I immediately go, oh no. And my phone goes, bzz, bzz.
I didn't let you down. I didn't let you down.
It was like, I was like, damn, this guy is on. Like I thought maybe you had to pee. Maybe there was possible that like it was possible that like there was going to be a little break in the action, and it was like you were like, I mean like the thought went through my head, and then you were like the text was in my phone.
Well, yeah, because I mean, and then all this nonsense surrounding the tribal chief, the Oofalafa.
Ulafala.
Yeah, the Oompa Loompa.
The falafel.
Yeah, whatever they call
The
it.
red falafel. Look, that's really important. But now The Rock is the
high chief.
The high chief, right?
What?
They made that up. I feel like
they
made that up on Monday. I had never heard that before Monday.
Is that what they're gonna do to advance the storyline?
I don't even know where the fuck you go with that.
I don't know where you go with anything right now.
Yeah. So like that's like kind of, and I think I said this on Wednesday, is like, it's like they wrapped up the previous era. They're like, all right, this shit's over. This is over. Everything is over now. Liv and Rhea, over. Roman and Solo, that's over. The Rock and all that. Like this is who we are now. And then I watched. Did you watch SmackDown? You watched SmackDown on Friday?
Yeah, I watched SmackDown on Friday.
SmackDown on Friday was like, it's not quite over, but like you could tell they seriously like advanced.
Man, SmackDown felt real fucking B-show.
It did feel B-show. It felt like what SmackDown used to feel like.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like a lot of guys on SmackDown I liked.
Yeah.
But
well, I'll tell you what I tell you what I really like on SmackDown, and that these guys are getting time because it feels like B-show, is Motor City Machine Guns and DIY.
The tag team division as a whole seems to be getting a lot of TV time on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Tag team they get that whole. It's like they get that whole middle hour. That whole 9 to 10 hour, because now it's 3 hours, is like
for now.
Like at least this week they got that whole middle hour. That's what happened, and then it was
Fruit Vigilante.
That was my favorite. I feel like that was my favorite hour of SmackDown.
Oh, it was good.
And anytime I can see the Motor City Machine Guns, and I get to like reach your fist. Anytime I get to do that,
everybody really hated on that entrance music.
Really, I fucking love it.
Everybody hates it.
Oh.
Like Motor City Machine Gun, like purist fans are like, well, that's the fucking worst piece of shit.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I mean, it's good.
I love it.
Isn't that like that's like the first entrance music, like the new music producer?
Uh-huh.
And
I love that raise your fist, and there's like fireworks that go off with it.
Yeah, when they get it right.
Well, yeah, they did miss this week, but that was the first miss.
We can agree to disagree.
All right, it was a big miss this week. It was like, usually it's like within a half a second. This time it was like 3 seconds late.
When I was watching the show, and since we're talking about this right now, and I mean, we'll circle back around, I'm sure, but man, it feels really good to see Pretty Deadly getting a shot.
Yes, boy.
It feels really good to see Los Garza get a shot.
Yeah.
I really like Humberto and Angel Garza together.
Yeah, they're really.
I liked Angel Garza whenever he was by himself, but he
Uh-huh.
was like a lost puppy, right? And now that like they're all kind of been brought together, I really like new look Legado.
Mm-hmm. I think it's weird. So I'm gonna point out that I think it's weird that like there's so many because it's Legado del Fantasma and then Los Garza within Legado del Fantasma. We've not really seen Santos Escobar do anything.
Is he hurt?
He must be. He's got to be dealing with something, right? Because like I feel like he's out of all of it, like he's kind of like the shining star of the group,
And he's the guy, right?
And we only see Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo doing stuff together. Also, I hate that they don't have last names anymore. I felt like
he's
that was
40.
Who?
Santos Escobar.
You got to be kidding me.
No, he's 40.
He is our age.
Yeah, April 30th, 1984. He's older than both of us.
He is older than both of us.
That's wild.
The fuck?
Never in a million years. I thought he was probably like mid-30s.
If you'd asked me, I'd have been like 33, 32.
No. Good for him. Good for him. He looks good.
Sure does. Is he hurt, though?
No. If he is, we're not privy to it because it is.
Maybe he's just old and he doesn't want to.
I mean, maybe he's just worried about filling up that bump card. You know, they talk about that an awful lot. Let's see here. I'll try wording something else. No.
Man, if he's 40, I mean, he's already that window's starting to close.
Because this just says gives injury update, and that's August 25th, 2023.
Yeah, he's fine.
So, I don't know. He might be just because
nursing something.
Yeah. But I do. I'm pumped for Los Garza. I think that they are a great tag team, waiting to happen. I'm glad that they finally got some merch, though. That was like a thing.
For the first time I saw the claw thing, I'm like, that's kind of.
Then we found out that they made their shirts.
Yeah.
Now they have.
Yeah.
So much so that Angel Garza didn't take his shirt off for like the first 14 minutes of their 17-minute match.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, they really like that they have merch.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like they've had merch.
No.
There was a point where they were like some sort of like Latin lovers for a hot minute. This was a.
They could have got that over.
They could have, but it was like a Vince McMahon thing, and it fizzled out. That was on TV like twice.
Yeah, but I think they could have got that over because that was more like Angel's gimmick before.
Yeah.
But they could have got that over. It just wasn't.
It would have been. They just had to get. They both had to get it over.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
And they were just like, "Nah, we're going a different direction."
Wasn't given the opportunity. Hey, if you're still here hanging out with us, man, we appreciate you. You go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Even consider subscribing. So as we move on down the line here, speaking of SmackDown, I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green. How great was Piper Niven, bro? Coming out in her black suit, doing the Secret Service. Man, they're great together.
I love when she puts her hand over her heart when Chelsea Green's music. It's everything that's happening with that is just pure. Ashley hates it when it comes out. Exactly. I'm like, she's got so much heat for it. Like when it comes out, Ashley's like, boo. I'm like yes, that's correct. Yes, you're supposed to feel that.
But that's a boo that you appreciate.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for her.
Right, me too.
I'm like a little Chelsea Green, little Mark.
Yeah, I am too. Right, like it's just I'm too invested to like.
Good for her.
Like instead of booing, I smile. But the fact that like other people do boo, and like commentary puts it over great every time too.
Yeah.
I feel like Michael Cole's done a tremendous job, and Chelsea Green is just like, God, she's so hateable, but like, I don't know.
You just gotta respect her though.
You gotta respect the level of like.
I mean, Vince McMahon fired her twice.
He was wrong twice. I mean, he's been wrong a lot of times, but
that's neither here nor there. We'll get into Vinnie Mac here in a little bit, but Chelsea Green quoted earlier that she would absolutely love nothing more than for her husband, Zack Ryder, to return to WWE. What do you think that looks like?
I don't think he comes back as Zack Ryder.
No, I don't either.
I think he does a Zack Ryder is dead gimmick.
Yeah, Zack Ryder is dead.
And I think that maybe lasts for his first feud.
15 minutes.
Well, I mean, I think you could maybe get some heat out of it in a feud. Give it a like, have whomever he feuds with call him Zack, and then Zack Ryder is dead, and they'll probably put it on.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna go get Mojo Rawley?
I mean
that's
not.
a blow off 12 years in the making.
I don't think they get Mojo, but I don't think Mojo's worth. I don't think Mojo.
I think he's like Muslim or some shit now.
I thought he was.
I don't fucking know, dude. I saw him on TV not that long ago. It might not have been TV. It might have been the interwebs.
Yeah, he's pretty active.
It's all the same now.
Yeah, he's pretty active on Instagram.
I mean, whatever. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not here to judge.
I mean, I kind of am, but
well, one of us chooses to take the high road. The other one chooses to just try to walk through a fucking cinder block wall. I mean,
I do that. It's a principle.
Well, I mean, you win some, you lose some.
If I walk into it long enough, eventually it's gonna fall down.
No.
I mean, that's how
it's not gonna fall down. You're gonna fall down.
I mean, somebody's gonna fall down.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be you running.
I mean, that's fine. I don't know what you want from me. I mean, I've fallen down before.
I just speak the truth here,
I mean, I fall down a lot. You know that.
I mean, I'm gonna fall down right now.
I mean, I hope not.
Drinking these IPAs. This fruit vigilante is delicious.
I like this. Hey, you need to have one.
I will. As soon as I finish my fruit vigilante. Would you like to try this?
I may be coming under the weather, so I'm gonna let you have your own beers. But you gotta try it. These are.
I will have one for
these
sure.
Are phenomenal.
I'll finish my fruit vigilante.
I saw these and I was like, oh, those are good. I grabbed that because they didn't have the Stone Cold beer, so Winding Path.
Stone Cold.
So the Winding Path, the pints. These are. So okay, so swerve on that, not Strickland. But a swerve on that. So with this Hulk Hogan Real American beer and it being, does that mean Hulk Hogan's done with the company? They're not Hulk Hogan. Steve Austin is done with the company then, because his beer is not on the thing.
No,
it's just not an official sponsor.
No.
Are we saying just El Segundo is a lesser? They don't have the money to put behind. Who brews? Do we know who brews Real American beer?
No. I mean, for all we know, maybe it comes out of Hulk Hogan's toilet water.
I mean, it might be Hulk Hogan.
It's a real American piss, brother.
Because I'm a real American.
Best served at 87 degrees, brother. Just like it came from my bladder.
I got a new tag team partner. Came from my bladder, around my enlarged prostate. Brother. That's what makes it. Is it's got to dodge his enlarged prostate.
One nation under beer, brother.
Jesus Christ. I have not been to the I forgot that was the website. Wow.
Join the Brews letter. Wholesalers, let's see.
I forgot that was the website. Is there a disclaimer at the bottom, copyright of
It just says our mission in America is at its best when united, and if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's a simple pleasure of sharing a beer. That's why we started Real American Beer, to bring people together, one beer at a time, brother.
So is there a brother?
No, there's actually not a brother at the end.
How did they not put a brother there?
There's literally a brother on everything else, but not their mission statement. So let's see here.
Is there not a brother?
I'll do a little bit better Google search.
Who brews Real American beer?
American beer brewery. Let's try that. Really, by La Crosse, is brewed in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and under special agreement, Chicago.
Isn't that who does Corona?
Maybe.
So say maybe
brewed in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Doesn't say who does it.
An American style lager, which means an American style light lager, which means Bud Light. It's got to just be like
Yeah, except Bud Light's like not good.
I can't imagine this is good. There's almost a 0% chance this is any good.
Like, it just continues to fuel that. Like, I want to try it.
I gotta go to fucking Ohio.
I'm disappointed. You need to call your dad.
That's a good point. He does go to Ohio.
I mean, the Ville was on the listing.
I mean, he's not going to drink it. He doesn't want that piss.
No, I know, but he can get it for you.
Yeah, all right, I gotta call him. I'll call him. Be like, Dad, you need to do
This might have to be like a 3 or 4 way handoff here.
It
like,
might. We may
just
have.
one of those things.
Dad, you gotta come up with a 6-pack of Real American. Why only a 6-pack? I can get you a case. No, I don't want that many.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin. I'll be going to Ohio and then Pittsburgh. I'll find Great American Beer and get it to you, Walt, January 27th. Hey, Pat, we still need to hammer out some details, sir.
Wait, Pat's gonna be in Pittsburgh?
January 27th.
Fuck, I'm gonna be in. Wait, when do I leave for Seattle? That might. I don't think I leave yet. What day of the week is that? Hold on.
It's like a Monday.
Yeah, I don't think I leave till that Friday. I think Ashley leaves
Monday or
that
Tuesday.
day. I'm gonna be bored as
Because
shit.
there's 31 days in this month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a big knuckle.
Yeah.
January, February, March.
That's a big knuckle.
You never seen that?
No, I have, but it's a big knuckle.
It's a big knuckle.
I'm sorry, people.
It is. It's a big knuckle.
Yeah, it's Monday. Oh, that's perfect. Not only am I there, but I'm gonna be bored and alone.
Hey,
guess
Monday.
we
I'm
drink-
off on Monday.
I'm having some Real American beer.
Hey, Pat.
Okay, so what you're saying?
This
is,
might be a thing.
So what you're saying is, Real American beer for the podcast, the 27th,
With friend of the show, Pat.
with friend of the show, Pat Martin. We can do this at my house.
We do it at your house.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Set it up. I'm gonna have so much seating. Oh,
So much extra space for activities.
I get a new couch this week.
Oh, nice.
Like an extra, because long story short, my ex-wife took a bunch of shit that has been sitting in my house forever, and she finally got it out of my house. So, I'm like, what do I do? What is all this space for activities?
Did we just become best friends?
Exactly. And so I got a love seat. So it's like it matches the couch that we have. It's good. Oh,
It matches the drapes? The carpet matches the drapes?
I don't have drapes. I have hardwood floors. No, I don't actually. That's a shag carpet.
Tom has hardwood floors.
It's a shag carpet.
He's talking about his shaved balls. In case you were wondering.
My old saggy.
I really
shaved
hope that the
balls.
whisper comes through because that's part of my gimmick at home.
That is the whisper.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And but I've got the dynamic microphone and I get right up on it. And then quack, quack, quack.
What are we, the Mighty Ducks?
No, it's a reminder for work that I'm
Oh.
gonna look at right now while
Oh, you should do that.
we continue to talk
So-
about the possibility of Matt Cardona returning to WWE.
Matt Cardona returning to WWE. I think it would be fun, and I know Chelsea Green wants that to happen.
So do I.
I don't know that he'll be. I just don't know that there's a place for him to be important in WWE, though. You know what I mean?
Bro, mid card's heating up. What are you
It
talking
is,
about?
but what does he not just fall back into the same role that he was in?
Woo, woo, woo.
I mean, do they just have to get him back out there as Zack Ryder and just? I don't know I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
We don't have to get hype because we stay hype.
Him and Mojo, that's a Mojo thing.
I know.
Stay hype.
I'm just saying, bub. What are you talking about here? Fuck me.
Are we gonna bring back what's his name? Brian. This is his real name.
Brian Alvarez?
No, Brian. No, fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. That guy. First of all right. Let me shit on Brian Alvarez a little bit. Motherfucker put every opinion he had behind a paywall.
Don the Barber, Matt Cardona and Chelsea, both U.S. champs. Hey, makes a ton of sense to me.
It would be great. They'd be so obnoxious.
Hey, man, glad to have you back. Thank you.
They'd be so fucking obnoxious. It would be great.
No, it would be fantastic.
That's all they have to do. Is
even though like he pissed me off with the whole Disney World thing. I'm one half of the women's champion, and like I talked about that. This shit pissed me off. Like
I know, dude. That's how they get heat on you, though.
Yeah.
That's how they make you be like, I want to see this motherfucker's teeth punched in.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, you absolutely wanted to see him get his teeth.
Yeah, I was mad because like I get this is not the first time he's done it, right? But like she's the first one ever. Her name is up there with Harley Race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even though it shouldn't be, because she should be like the.
Literally, it could be anything else. The hotel champion.
No, well, we gotta
say that because
she could be like the northern southern hemisphere champion, and like she would have been the first one ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a little salty about that.
We could have had an East Coast champ and a West Coast champ. Instead of a USA champ, we could have. That's how in an Intercontinental champ, we could have had the East Coast and the West Coast, and then they could have.
So were you trying to like reignite Tupac and
yes,
Biggie?
Absolutely.
Are you trying to have zombie East Coast West Coast warfare,
buddy? What like that's fucking Survivor Series right there.
Yeah, he shot you.
No, I'm saying
motherfucker.
Exactly. That's Survivor Series.
That's weird.
East Coast, West Coast.
I mean, I could probably get behind it, but like, I don't know. At this point, Triple H could spoon feed me some cat shit on you know what I mean?
He does
sprinkled with some Parmesan cheese.
He does have that,
and tell me that it's a delicacy in fucking Indonesian culture, and I'd try it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to be disrespectful to Indonesian culture and talking about cat turds, but like, this is just where we're at, right? Like, he's killing it.
I mean, he does have the equity built up. So if something falls flat on its face, it's like, well, oh well. We just kind of move on.
Vince Russo is fucking super salty that Triple H is so fucking successful. Like, that motherfucker takes a shot at Triple H every week. I don't trust him. I don't believe him. I don't believe the fucking word that comes out of that man's mouth. Fuck that guy. I don't do, bro. It's like, Bob, nobody believes the word that comes out of your fucking mouth either.
Nobody because I mean, the guy's spent the last 20 years. Well, so he spent 10 years in wrestling. He ruined WCW, and then he ruined TNA, and then now he's just like spewing nonsense on a podcast that somehow, like, I don't listen to it, but like, when he says the most egregious shit, like obviously everybody else who I go to.
I hate so his show's on Sports Keto, right? And like they pay him a buttload of money for clickbait fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
And anytime that he has a hot take, which is bullshit because all of his takes are bullshit. Sports Keto will post WWE legend says Triple H takes it in the butt. Former head of creative for WWE says Stephanie McMahon got a boob job.
Then you click on it, it's Vince Russo, and it's I mean, Stephanie definitely got a boob job.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Like there was
in the prime of our life.
There was a couple. She had a couple boob jobs.
In the prime of our lives.
It was a great boob
Stephanie
job.
McMahon got a boob job.
It might have been the best.
And she was looking scrumptious on TV every week, you know, her on a tight skirt, and it's just like, wait.
Right. We were 16 years old.
Are you sending your daughter out like that?
Absolutely
not. That's what I'm saying.
Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care how many millions are behind it. Absolutely not.
Oh.
I mean, no, even if she's married to the biggest, meanest motherfucker in sports entertainment history, at the time,
said the thing.
I did.
I think that might be a dead term, bro. Triple H said pro wrestling on Monday night.
Yeah, he did.
Twice.
Yeah, he did.
Sports entertainment. Are you not entertained?
If he calls it a belt, that's the real thing.
Are you not sports entertained?
If he calls it a belt, like I said, that's gonna be when he calls it a belt. That's when and when it's a hospital. Sometimes it is a hospital and not a medical facility. But when he calls it a belt live, that's what I'm gonna be here for.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back. But we're low.
We're sucking their bandwidth
We
dry.
are sucking their band. Oh. But anyways, X-Pac has shared details of a conversation with Triple H at WWE Raw's Netflix debut.
X-Pac was there?
He was there. He was on screen.
That's right, he was on screen. He was in the crowd.
In which he told former stablemate he deserved his and WWE's success, noting how fans had put up with a lot of bullshit over the years prior to Triple H taking over creative. X-Pac goes on to say, I'll share something I haven't told anyone else. When we were at Raw, I said to him, you deserve all this. And all the fans deserve you. The fans dealt with a lot of bullshit over the years. It was hard to be a fan for a while.
Sure was.
I mean, yeah, we talk about the dark days of Monday Night Raw.
He wasn't wrong.
I mean,
2019 was hard.
Bro, we were calling for fucking Monday Night Raw to be a fucking 60-minute fucking clip show.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
We were like, oh God, please don't make this 3 hours.
Can we just make this ECW? Let's just highlight all the good stuff and put it out for everybody to see.
Maybe film this on Sunday and cut it real hard.
Yeah. It was bad for a little while.
Routinely every week I would be like, all right, I watched for 3 hours. There was 60 minutes of stuff I wanted to watch on there.
I don't even think that the week to week I could find 60 minutes.
I mean, I think I was being generous.
Because I mean, there would be flashes of greatness, right? And then we would see it next Monday. And then we would see it the Monday after that.
And it would be...
And then we would see it the Monday after that.
Even Michael Cole would be like, they've been having quite the feud for the last couple of weeks. And it would be like, we are on match 6 of Sheamus versus fucking... Cesaro.
Yeah, but that was a banger of a
a
7-game series. Not quite as good as Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, but... I mean...
But that was everybody.
We got the bar. It was everybody. The bar. Sheamus was on Chris Van Vliet last week.
I saw that.
It was awesome.
He asked him about the burger after burger thing. He's like, no, well, my Gunther match wasn't going to happen. And, so I sat on the couch for a little while. And then I was watching Raw, and they said, Sheamus returns next week. And I said, I do? And it was fucking news to him. Yeah, Michael Cole told us, just like they told him. And
he said about 15 minutes later, I got travel.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, shit.
Oh, man. Hey, what did he say? He was like, I had a pint of Guinness in my hand, and, well.
This ain't going to hurt now.
And he's like, and then I wore bicycle shorts. That was a good episode, though. But anyways, back to X-Pac. So he says, you deserve all this, and fans deserve you. Fans dealt with a lot of bullshit over the years. It was hard to be a fan for a while. And I don't fucking mind saying that. It's different now. He's here for the fans. There's so much happiness and excitement surrounding WWE. This is what I always envisioned for him. It's amazing. And that's from Justin Barrasso's Undisputed. And Justin Barrasso is, not quite SRS, but
he doesn't post bullshit.
No.
Yeah, he's not a nonsense pusher. He likes to do the good shit. Matt Cardona, yeah.
We already had
that. We did. As far as X-Pac is concerned, I like Sean Waltman. I like X-Pac. I'm like, I'm kind of like, the guy's in such tremendous shape.
I'm so fat.
I almost want to see him come back.
I'm so fat. I'm vacuumed into this chair.
I mean, no, I'm not.
Wait, Ray.
That was funny.
Oh shit.
That is funny. I was actually dressed in real clothes today, and then I just got home and started cleaning.
I mean, you have real clothes on?
Sorta.
Are those Sambas?
These are Jockey. The Jockey micro fleece. They are fucking incredible.
They look good.
I never want. It's like this is what I want to die in.
Well, I'm talking about your shoes. What shoes?
Oh, these are just the. These are the daily 4.0s, the Adidas daily 4.0s.
Oh, so that's the one that's like in between the Samba and the Campus.
Yeah. The daily 4.0s have been my go-to for. Yes, please. The daily 4.0s have been my go-to for literally since they came out, and it was the 3.0s before that, and then the 4.0s came out last year, like in January, and I've not been and I've stopped being able to get the 3.0s, and the 4.0s have been my daily drivers basically since they came out because they are just incredibly comfortable. Like I can stand in them all day, I can walk in them all day, and like they just look good all the time. Like they're unbelievably good.
So I did a thing. Here, I'll put that here. I'll put that here because you want me to have one, so I got one.
I do want you to have one, but yeah, put that one. Put yours there.
So I did a thing.
What'd you do? Oh boy.
You know,
I can see it. It's off camera right now. I can see it.
I mean, is it off camera? I guess it is.
That's off
I bought the Black Cat 3s.
God, those are sick.
Should have done this.
God, those are sick.
I'm real happy with them. I've only worn them around the house.
Yeah, they look good. They look clean.
You know, I don't know. I bought them, and a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, those are real nice, but you're gonna be the only white dude that has those on."
That's fair.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
I like them.
Who cares?
I don't.
I mean,
you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so X-Pac, man, you know, I find it hard to believe that like he's not more involved.
I kind of feel like he should have been in a. I feel like he should have had a Royal Rumble entrance more recently than he has. I want to say he was in one in like 2017.
I mean, he was on a GCW show against fucking what the fuck, Joey Janela.
Yeah,
and like that was actually a pretty decent match.
It was. Well, was that pre-pandemic though? I feel like that was not 2019.
Yes,
maybe. I feel like it was like 2019.
Sure.
That's that. I mean, that's my. We do have the ability of the internet
to look. Yeah.
But I feel like he could be in a Rumble, and I feel like the Rumble has been very understaffed as far as like returns and like kind of like, oh my God, surprise, kind of things. I feel like now is the time for like an X-Pac return to the Rumble. So I don't know. I would appreciate an X-Pac return to the Rumble.
It was 2022.
Was that soon? Okay, so yeah, he could totally be in a Rumble this year. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'd be into it.
I
mean, and even from the standpoint of like we've heard for all these years that Sean Waltman was the gatekeeper. If
you couldn't have a good match with Sean Waltman, you couldn't have a good match with anybody.
You couldn't have a good match with anybody, and you didn't deserve to be here. And he was the gatekeeper. So like, and then you hear all these things when he hangs out at the PC and like what a great coach he is, and why is that guy not more involved?
I don't know. Does he not want to be more involved? Maybe that's what it is. Is that he just doesn't want to be.
I mean, that could very well be a thing.
I would think that maybe his maybe being on the road particularly is like one of those things that would just throw him back into his mess that he doesn't want to be in.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
But that to me at the same time doesn't mean that he can't show up at a Rumble. Because he's probably going to be there anyway,
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, X-Pac's in the crowd. But instead of X-Pac being in the crowd, let him get chucked out after 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Let him do he's in phenomenal shape. Let him put on the X-Pac, the classic tights. Do some give him the X pyro. Yeah. Exactly. Let him go out there, hit a Bronco Buster.
Man, they give me a hard on just thinking about it.
Right? Let him hit a Bronco Buster. Hit somebody with an X Factor. And then, let the next entrant, let Braun Strowman chuck him or something. Exactly.
I have to throw him into like the fourth row though for that to like.
That'd be fun.
Jive.
I mean, they'd have.
Would that count though?
if he hits like the fans and
Yeah.
not like the floor.
Yeah, but like not the floor. You know, when you think about the floor, you think about the floor around the ring.
Right. Yeah. If he like.
What about the actual floor in the arena?
Has anybody ever done that? Has that ever happened?
No.
Not to my knowledge. That's a really far. It'd be really hard to throw a human being that far.
I mean, on the commentator side, yeah, but on the short side, no.
I don't think I could throw a human being that far.
Yeah, but you're not Braun Strowman throwing
I'm not.
fucking
You're
Sean
right.
Waltman.
I'm not. I mean, Sean Waltman's not 1996 Sean Waltman either.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, what is he? He's 160 pounds soaking wet.
Even now, I don't think he is now.
Braun Strowman does fucking 160 for warm-ups, bro.
With one arm.
Hey. You know, I mean, that man, he's country strong.
He is country strong. Yeah.
Country strong.
Maybe.
It's hilarious to me that he has North Carolina country strong, the state of North Carolina, and country strong tattoo, but he's from fucking Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
As is the rest of his family.
Like,
and his father is also huge. Like
Milwaukee.
Like his father's also huge, which is crazy.
Yeah.
When you see his dad, it's just like this white bearded like other fucking monster, and it's just like, what in the shit?
He looks like Gandalf that ate Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. He looks, yeah, he's Gandalf, but he ate Dumbledore and also like took a bunch of steroids.
Yeah.
He's Royd Dolph.
Dolph Ganroyd.
I don't know how we make that work.
Oh, we've got to figure this out.
Yeah, hold on. Everybody hold. Refill your beer while we think about this.
Anyways, did you see John Cena at the McDonald's ad?
Yes. I can't wait for the John Cena run. Like the final John Cena.
You think he's gonna win a Royal Rumble?
No.
A lot of people think he's gonna win a Royal Rumble.
No, I think he's gonna be in the last two.
I think he's gonna win the Elimination Chamber.
Yes. But I don't think he wins the Rumble.
CM Punk win the Rumble?
Maybe. Is Seth Rollins the champ after the Rumble? For some reason, some way, does Seth Rollins dethrone?
I think they'd be content to give us Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk.
I mean, I think everybody, yeah, no, that's true. Because we did just get Rollins versus. See, I'm thinking old WWE now. I'm thinking like, oh, they got to take it back because it was such a good match. They got to take it back. But
it was a great match.
But you're right.
I think they need to just not touch each other for 8 months.
Stay off each other's shows.
Yep.
Let Seth Rollins run SmackDown for a little while. Seth Rollins hasn't been the face that ran the place for a while.
No, and then you bring them back together in a year or two's time.
What if you bring them back together in a Survivor Series?
Champion versus champion.
Champion versus champion.
Yeah, but I don't think they do that anymore. That was like a Vince McMahon initiative.
It was. But still, it was always fun.
Oh, they were great. I mean, we got some really good matches that came out of that. Like Charlotte and Becky was one of those that was really, really good, and that was like at the peak of their hatred.
Brock and AJ Styles.
That should have been Brock and Jinder, and then we got the surprise title change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it? 6 days before.
It was 6 days before. It was whatever, because it would have been Saturday. And it changed. Well, Brock would have been the Monday champion, so it was.
So it would have been on SmackDown before Sunday.
It was probably 8 days before.
Yeah. So just one of those things, and that was a banger.
Yeah.
I miss Brock Lesnar.
I kind of do too. Remember when Brock came out and entered the Royal Rumble #1 and just threw the next 18 motherfuckers out of the ring?
And then Drew McIntyre fucking had the biggest moment of his career that would have led him into the biggest moment of his career, only to be derailed by Chinese bat virus.
Yes, I remember that. I remember. I can see it in my head.
I still want to watch 36. I talked about it last week. I want to watch 36. Maybe I'll do 36 one night as a live watch along. Just me, because it'll be late at night. Maybe that's something I'll do.
I remember. So I remember how bad 2020 was, and like I'm just thinking of my own mental state at that point.
Yeah, bro, but I was so pumped that fucking because like I was still working. I was an essential employee.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, remembers this. We were essential employees. You know what I'm saying? So like we had to go to work every day. Like I was exposed to hundreds of people every day.
Yeah.
Ultimately it was what it was. I got sick a few times and whatever, but I'm still here, right?
You can't kill this man.
Nah.
Nor will you try.
Eventually it'll happen. A donut will probably get me. You know what I mean? It'll just be one donut too many. And then my heart will just be like, fuck you, bub.
I give up.
No. Giggity, giggity. All right.
No, it's not allowed.
So
you have to outlive me. It's not. You're not allowed to die before me.
I'm gonna tell you what. I told my wife a couple weeks ago. I don't even know how we got. I was just like, listen, if I made 65, I live a nice full life. She's like, oh, I didn't even know why we talk about these things. I'm like, well, you brought it up. Like,
I mean, that's my retirement plan is to just not live that long.
Yeah, like I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, I've seen what 80 looks like.
Both of my children will be adults.
Yeah.
And then my wife can be in the prime of her life in her 60s.
Yeah.
She'd be hot mama.
Have a great time.
Yeah. Go have fun.
Fantastic. Yes.
Go have fun. I'll be hanging out with Biggie Smalls and Tupac up in heaven, Well, hell, but.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
It sounds like more fun down there.
I mean,
it sounds more like Miami, really, if we're being serious.
Yeah.
Like it's hot. All the good people are there. Like, all the fun people are there.
Jimmy Carter definitely went to heaven, though.
Well, I mean.
All I'm saying is your buddy Barack and your best friend, friend of the show, Donald Trump,
for WB Hall of Famer.
Look real happy to be sitting next to one another. I'll tell you what, though.
Very chummy.
The stank face that he gave your girl, though, when she entered the facility.
You mean Kamala?
Yeah. He gave her.
So can I get real about that for a minute? So it's like, it's not that she was, it's like, as far as politics is concerned, living in Pennsylvania, I never, ever, ever get to actually vote in a primary that matters, because by the time the primary hits Pennsylvania, there's only one candidate on either side left. Right. So it doesn't matter if I'm Republican or Democrat. By the time the primary hits Pennsylvania, there's one candidate left.
Yeah, the money's already been spent.
It's done.
And that's what makes
and then they tell me
that's what makes Pennsylvania a swing state, though, because by the time it comes here in the primary, the money's already been spent. We already know who spent the most money to come to the swing state in November.
Right, and then they get here, and we're like, what happened to those 8 other people that we kind of liked?
There's going to be 37 fucking people waiting outside this door to beat Tom's ass whenever we're done.
And I will fight every single one of them.
There's a lot of big bloodliners here right now.
And I will die.
I'm going to have to talk Tom out of this room.
Let's go. I'll fight you all.
It's okay. I speak I sprechen their language.
It won't be the first time Walt will save me from an ass beating.
Probably won't be the last.
But he hasn't saved me every time either.
Oh shit! Hey, so did you see your boy Darby Allin?
I did. He's speaking of dying.
Yeah.
Speaking of motherfuckers about to die.
Yeah. Yeah. So, remember last year, Darby Allin got hit by a bus, and it was what? It was probably right around this time.
It was, but I want to point out, think about how, I mean, you and I have never been hit by a bus or any vehicle per se. Think about.
I'll tell you what. I was in 3rd grade at Loretta B. Millsop Elementary School, and we were at Edgewood Primary School, and the bus driver ran over a motherfucker.
But you were not that motherfucker.
I was not. I was on the bus.
So you helped.
So I was an accomplice. Ran over that poor little girl's leg. Now that little girl lucked out because it was she fell and the bus driver didn't see her, but she fell on the speed bump. And the speed bump is what fucking saved the bus from coming down full force on her leg. It was a whole thing. I'll never fucking forget. I was in 3rd grade.
I remember that happening, and I remember that being a local like mess.
Yeah, because you were on the other side of the line.
You're right, just barely.
Yeah, I mean, I took a shower and I was on your side of the line, but if I got out of the shower, specifically just out of the bathtub, right, as soon as I stepped over the bathtub, I was on the right side of the line. But if I was in the bathtub,
I could ride my bike to your house, and it took me less than 10 minutes if I went the straight way.
yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, and I did that because I was fucking stupid. But
Yeah, but I mean,
my mom didn't know.
we did a lot.
She
of
thought I
stupid
went.
things.
She thought I went around.
We did a lot of stupid.
But why would I go around when I could just go straight?
Yeah, the straight way was not. That was not safe.
I mean, that wasn't big enough. I rode off the
Yeah.
side. It's not like I was riding in the middle of the highway.
But we did that a few times. It wasn't.
I mean, that exit was probably the worst part because there
Yeah.
wasn't anywhere else to go. And like,
I mean, it's a whole day's trip if you went the safe long way.
I mean, it would have probably taken an hour and a half.
More than that,
I rode
for sure. By the time you came down and then you went through Collier's Way and then you went through fucking Whatchanuts and then you hit the Shop and Save Plaza and then went down fucking Three Springs and
I feel like Three Springs would almost kill. Was almost worse actually, because like they had those big ass fucking concrete planters in the middle of it.
Mhm.
It was like I can't like. There was no safe place to ride. It just was luckily enough. It was only like 25 or 35 there.
Yeah, but nobody went 25 or 35.
No, they flipped me off. Though.
Yeah, well, fuck them.
Well,
Fuck them if they can't take a joke. We're just kids trying to live our life, man.
I just want to go see my friend, and I didn't want to ride on the highway.
Just fucking. So,
Where were we?
we were fucking talking about SmackDown. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what we were talking
SmackDown.
about.
Yeah, you're right. SmackDown felt like a third-rate kind of show. It was very. It was. I don't want to say it was tough to get through because it wasn't, but it was like one of those things. Where it was like, oh, this is now the B show.
But it was also like one of those things where like I was sitting on the chair watching it, and I said, "Man, I feel like it's been a long time." And I clicked the remote, right? I'm like, "Oh, there's still 47 minutes left in this."
You click the remote and you're like, it's only 10:15. Fuck.
Well, it was much later because I was watching it on replay.
Right, but
But there was, like I said, there was like 47 minutes left, and I was like, oh, that's I don't like that.
I'm interested to see what happens. SmackDown's going to be because Raw they're right. I told you, Raw they're going to throw everything they got at it.
I like the Yeti.
Yeah, right. Like that's part of the aesthetic, right? Is that like there's a Yeti on here, and I'm too far away.
Yeah, we're too far away from the camera, but there's a Yeti on here. You can kind of make it out a little bit.
Yeah, your arms are longer.
Well, I mean, that's not the only thing that's longer.
Your legs.
I'm kidding.
Your legs.
I'm kidding.
I mean,
He's
we're not
Italian.
gonna measure.
He's Italian. I'm a Viking. Why do you think Vikings are so mad all the time? And I'm Irish too. Double whammy.
We've never seen each other's penises, so we couldn't actually say one.
Actually, I texted Tom earlier. It's funny because we're here. I don't know, bugging. So we're here. I'm like, hey man, I got a little surprise for you because we were planning this thing out, right? I was like, it's not anything super special, but like it's a tiny little surprise, and I think you'll enjoy it. And he didn't answer me.
I was driving.
I figured it was something, and then finally I was just like, it's my penis.
So all those messages came through all at the same time, and I just told my car to play it. So like the AI voice read all 4 of those messages all at once. So I after that happened, because like my AI, my car AI voice is the standard lady AI voice. It she's like real excited to tell you. She's like, it's a surprise. It's just a little surprise. It's my penis. And I'm driving through. Where the fuck was I even at the time?
I hope the kids weren't in the car.
They were not. I was by myself. I don't play messages with the kids who are in the car. I was driving.
Especially not for me.
No, not for anybody, but especially
Did
not
it for the rock brother.
So I was driving back from Washington, PA, and I was like, I literally just got on got on 79 and was going south, and I'm like, and my phone just like kind of caught all the messages all at once, and I told it to play. I laughed all the way to Bridgeville. I laughed for what's that? A 10-minute drive. I laughed all the way to Bridgeville. I don't know what that was. That was a lot of gang signs.
It was a gang sign. But a friend of the show, Pat Martin's in this sea of viewers here. You know, who have understood what I just did.
Wish Pat was here right now.
Yeah, because we'd have real American beer, brother.
We would, brother.
Real American beer.
Wait, it does. So we know that his Pat. You know what I want? You know what I want? I want Pat to be the only one to have real American beer, and then I want Pat to describe it to me, and then we drink it.
Okay.
How fun would that be?
No, I'd be into it.
Like, let's have Pat like just lay out all of his thoughts about it and everything, and then we drink it and we decide if Pat's right or if Pat told us that it was like made of like unicorn farts and fucking Ultimate Warrior jockstraps.
Ultimate Warrior jockstrap. That's hilarious. I'm so glad I said that. That's fucking awesome.
Just bringing it back around.
That's awesome. Fuck, man. We had a couple other things we wanted to talk about.
We did. We had some AEW stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, Kenny Omega made his return.
He did. He's fucking back.
I mean, he was back a month ago, but you know, he
was in Japan.
You know.
He was back in Japan a month ago.
Just saying.
He spent a month in Japan and hung out. And Kenny, he was not back for 3 minutes before fucking Don Callis walks out and it's just like, wah, blah, blah. I'm Don Callis and I'm a big dick. Blah blah blah. And honest to God, Don Callis has a good, we're here. And Don Callis has a
it's all my friend's favorite car I've ever owned. We still all talk about it. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Either.
Did I say something? I don't know.
Anyway, so Don, in the same way that Chelsea Green has heat with my girlfriend, Don Callis has heat with me, and that if it actually
so he does his job.
He does his job, and he does it phenomenally, to the level to where even a mark like me still hates his motherfucking guts. And when he actually fell down and like cut his head and got that giant scar that exists, I was like, yeah, good, fuck you, motherfucker. And like that's what needs to happen to Don Callis for like me to be excited about Don. Like I'm excited to see Don Callis get hurt. So
that's aggressive.
It is aggressive, but so here's the thing. If Kenny Omega wants to get over with me, he needs to make Don Callis bleed the hard way. And then I might become a Kenny Omega mark.
You wouldn't.
Until he does this again.
I mean, I think the whole deal with Kenny Omega, right, for me has been, I don't hate his title reign nearly as much as you do. I think that there was a lot of good that came from that AEW just managed to fumble.
Well, that's fair.
You know, but like the relationship with TNA was good.
Sorry, I'm making a mess.
I'm confused at what you're doing.
I'm just making a mess.
That's okay.
Just let me do it.
I'm here for it, Bob. I'm just glad that we're
washing the remnants.
I'm glad that we're doing the live thing here. You know, this has been a good time.
This is the kind of shit I do, like off camera.
Well, and too, like whenever you know, like me, like I'm back here just while you talk, right? And like I'm able to do those things whenever I'm not in the same room as you because you know I'm looking down the road.
It's interesting to be in the same room as me.
No, it's different. This is a vibe. I'm here for it though.
Because I will still go.
We should do this more often.
I'm not gonna argue that. I'll come hang out at your house. We'll do your
down.
house. Going to Walt's house. Bye, everybody.
I'll be home.
Ashley can handle it. Kids love it. They like her better anyway. She might hate it, but she might hate me when I get back. But whatever.
I mean, whatever. That's fine. Hi, honeys.
Hi. She's probably listening right now. Actually, my phone's right here. She texted me. No, I have no texts. Great.
Actually, you know what? She's probably not listening to us.
No, absolutely not.
But like, she's probably sitting there at home right now going,
She hears Damien cursing it.
wonder what they're talking about.
What are they talking about?
She feels real left out right now because she's a part of the show every week.
She is. She usually is just like listening, like in the periphery, and she just is like she has like shit to say. Because like when she watches the shows with me. Because like some of the shows, she watches at least one show with me. So whichever show she watches with me, she's got something to say. We should just have friend of the show Ashley T on.
We can do that too. I'm down.
That's what we ought to do.
I'm down.
I'm gonna tell her.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, has been on our show, what, 3 times? Big Pat, you've been on the show 3 times?
In person? I mean, we talk about you all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been on the show 3 or 4 times. Because he's joined us on a few Freestyle Fridays, which we've not done in a while. We need to make that a thing. And then that's a me problem. No,
that's also been a me problem. The fact that you haven't asked doesn't mean that I've been available.
Right.
Yeah. It's been a shit show.
But friend of the show, Pat Martin's been on every Freestyle Friday we've done. And then he's been on 2 live episodes.
That's true. So he's been on like probably 5 or 6.
I mean, at this point, he's probably been on more than Derek.
I mean, at least in the last 2 years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good on you, friend of the show, Pat Martin.
Absolutely.
Cheers to you.
Pat's almost like upgraded to not actually friend of the show. Derek Wright is friend of the show.
I do miss Derek.
I do too.
He's been a little chatty this week.
He has been. It's nice to talk to him. It's unfortunate that like it seems like he doesn't really even watch wrestling most of the time. Yeah,
it seems like he's like, well, I haven't watched it yet, or the kids, and it's like, oh,
buddy, it all streams now.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
I miss him though.
I do. I just want to like
3. He said 3. So is that including Freestyle Fridays, Pat?
I don't. It's got to be more than 3.
It's definitely more than 3. Because how many shows did I do from meetings we were at that you sat on the edge of the bed and did with me? I mean, that's at least 3.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, hey, we're gonna go down and we're gonna have a good time, but like, I need to do this podcast thing first.
This is amazing, by the way.
This used to be my microphone that I used, and then I bought that dynamic microphone because I like it better.
You like to get in real close.
Yes. Yeah. And this was what was on the boom back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's just been sitting in the box, and I said, oh, I have that I have the JB Labs condenser. This was like the top of the line streaming microphone at the time.
You really did go all out.
I did.
You were not fucking around.
I wasn't fucking around. I mean, I got lights over here.
You sure do.
It's not even the best light that I own.
You were not fucking around.
Well, I wanted it to feel right, man. I wanted it to feel I bought a really nice camera for us to do this.
Yeah.
Not that.
I mean, that
nice. Just travels.
I mean, that one's nice. I think we look good.
Yeah, it's a C920.
I mean, I don't know that this hotel has the bandwidth to.
It's been doing pretty good though.
We only stuttered out once. I'm excited to watch it back and see if we get real like granular, real like greasy. You know how like there's like that smudgy.
Well, I mean, you're lightning fast, greasy Italian speed. I mean,
not in January. I'm a pretty dry motherfucker in January. Like January drives me out to probably what's normal.
So you're clearly not participating in dry January.
What? No. What do I look insane?
I mean, people do that.
Yeah, people that with like mental problems, like not like I'm trying to avoid mental problems here, Walter.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I gave you the ER. So.
I mean, this here helps me avoid my mental problems.
I don't.
So does this one.
I don't.
So does this.
Yeah.
Definitely this. Tom's gonna end up sleeping on this couch this evening.
I'll be in so much trouble if that happens.
I think it pulls out into a bed.
I was actually looking at it. I think you're right. Because I thought about that. When you pulled that out, I thought about that. And I went, I wonder if that becomes a bed. But I feel okay, actually. I'm pretty good. God, that's so fucking good.
Isn't it good?
It's so fucking good.
Isn't it good?
Oh, wow. It's so smooth. How is that so smooth? Oh, my God. Folks, if you've not had Eagle Rare, oh, my God. It is like, it's so good. You can taste every note.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's the best $40 bourbon ever.
I mean, it's probably better than a $100 bourbon.
Yeah.
Most $100 bourbons.
I have some bourbons that are extremely expensive that Eagle Rare just smashes.
Like it's unbelievable. We used to be able to get this for $25.
Yes.
I could wander in on a random Friday, and there were 8 bottles there, and I was just
now I have to do unsavory things with Sheila in the back office just to get a fucking a pint.
Like it's unreal. Like I don't know why.
In case you were wondering, Sheila's 93 with no teeth and wrinkly ass hands.
That sounds rough. I hope you have some Jergens back there.
I don't know.
Shit.
So you better enjoy that Eagle Rare.
I mean, I am.
I've gone to great lengths to get that.
Man, it's so like, man, it is the perfect smokiness. It just gets better even after you swallow it. It's like I don't want to put anything else in my mouth right now because I'm just like enjoying what's happening in like my senses.
If you're still hanging out with us and you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you.
Hit it again.
Yeah, hit it again. No, don't hit it again because it'll unlike your like.
Get your friends to dislike it and then like it because it's all about the clicks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't give a fuck.
We don't care. In fact, if this is the most disliked podcast of all time,
that's a win.
That'd be great.
But I mean, Vince Russo does exist, though.
Yeah, we're never going to catch up to him.
Vince Russo does exist.
That motherfucker gets 10 million dislikes a week.
Well, it's just because you blow.
I mean, yeah. God,
so I'm wearing a Mario Lemieux jersey right now. Okay, and those of you that don't know, Mario Lemieux is
the greatest of all time.
I mean, he's definitely 1A of the greatest of all time. Wayne Gretzky being the 1A, 1B, depending on who you are. Maybe even Mark Messier. He fits up there somewhere. But
Mario's better than both of those. I mean, we know that.
I'm being political right now,
right? You're being nice.
Okay. I was in a store today in the Pittsburgh metropolitan area, and
around here.
I had it. Yeah, like right over there. Actually, went and spent like $70 on shit there. They asked me who Lemex was.
Really? Did you fight this person?
I said, "Oh, you're so adorable."
I might have fought that person. Who was it? Was it a man or a woman?
It was a boy.
A small child?
No. I mean, old enough to know better, young enough not to care.
Oh God.
Who's Lemex?
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
Oh God.
Huh?
Oh,
well,
God.
I mean, you got Gino and you got Letang and you got Crosby.
Was he special?
I don't know. No. Lemex.
I don't know that I believe that.
Motherfucker said Lemex.
I don't know that I believe that.
He goes, "Hey, who's Lemex?" And I went,
that guy was just that. He was looking for a fight. I don't know why he would be looking for a fight from you. I mean, you probably had 150 pounds on him.
more than that.
You probably killed him. Man.
Looked like he might have just fallen out of mom's vagina like 15 minutes ago.
He must have been homeschooled. There's no. He was homeschooled. There's no other explanation.
This motherfucker said, "Who is Lemex?"
I wish you wouldn't have told me that. I'm gonna wake up.
I've never been so disappointed in the goddamn youth in my entire life.
I'm gonna wake up.
Today.
I'm gonna have a nightmare about this now.
Who's Lemex?
I'm gonna have a nightmare about this now.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like, I don't pull this jersey out very often, but I wanted to wear the cool gray 11s.
And it does match beautifully.
My wife hates these shoes. Have you ever seen these?
No.
Huh? These are the cool gray 11s.
Oh yeah, I have seen those.
Cool gray 11s. Mine are a little weathered because this is supposed to be clear, but
well, it's because you've worn them.
I wear my shoes, but My wife hates her shoes.
Why? What's wrong with them?
She don't like the patent leather. And then,
It was a style at the time.
and then I bought those, and they have a big old swatch of patent leather on them. She's like, that's like trashy.
Well, she's got tasteful opinions.
It's okay, honey.
I mean,
I like them.
She's got tasteful opinions, and we're not tasteful men.
I said, talking about the 11s, I said, you ever seen Space Jam? She was like, yeah, it was a good movie. That motherfucker wore fucking 11s in Space Jam. Okay? Calm down.
Sure did.
Calm down. I'm not going to take goddamn disrespect. Actually, my kid wears Cool Gray 11s in his basketball league.
He's
5.
My favorite Michael Jordan story is
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
No.
Oh, that's Wayne Gretzky.
Now, so after the Lakers won, their 5th title in a row, a sports journalist was interviewing. He's like, so do you think the 95 Chicago Bulls could have beat this Lakers team? And Michael Jordan looked at him and goes, yeah, I think we'd beat them by a few points. He thought about it for a second. And he goes, oh, why do you think it would be so close? And Jordan looks at him and goes, well, we're all like in our 60s now. So like
I love Michael Jordan.
And that's fucking Mike.
I love Michael Jordan. And I took that shit personally.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan absolutely 100% believes that his 95 Chicago Bulls in their 60s could have beat the 2005-06 LA Lakers at the time. And you know what? He probably wasn't fucking wrong, because he would have been on that team and he would have done it by himself with a little bit of help.
I mean, Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman would have helped.
Yeah, and I mean, especially at the time.
I mean, I think even at like 60, 65, Rodman's probably good for like 11 or 12 rebounds.
Absolutely. And Pippen.
And one fight.
And Pippen certainly would have been absolutely making.
My God, how good were the 90s era Chicago Bulls?
Incredible passing.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody ever passed the ball as well as Scottie Pippen did. Like, Jordan would be here to jam, and that ball would just magically appear in his hands. It was
there is nobody in the 40 in the we'll call it 38 to 44 age range. There's not a motherfucker walking this planet that was not a 90s era Bulls fan.
You could not. They were unbelievable.
Like, my heart broke a little. 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers might be the best. Okay, Pat.
Actually, that actually might have been what he was talking about. Well, not
okay,
Cavs.
Calm down. Okay, I'm glad you got your championship. Okay, you little Cleveland fuck. All right.
Like Cleveland.
Yeah.
Places.
Oh yeah. He's from the Cleveland area.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. That's where he was born.
That's unfortunate for him.
It's very unfortunate for him. But you know what? At the same point in time, the Steelers are in the same place that the Browns are.
Losers?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't talking about the Steelers.
Bro, that was rough. And then
it wasn't
where's
rough.
Don? Where's Don the barber at? You keep your mouth shut over there too, Mr. Patriots. I'm sure you're still over there somewhere. Keep your shit to yourself. I don't want to hear nothing.
Mr. Patriots.
Fucking ripped my heart out and showed it to me 2 weeks ago, and now you want to come in here and talk about Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, both the U.S. champions.
That's Walt's heart in my hands.
No, Don. They're in Don. My heart's in Don's hands.
Like this.
And then he just, what was it? Was that Kano? Kano used to fucking, or was that no?
Yeah, Kano ripped the heart
Was
out.
it
He
Kano?
took a bite out of it.
Yeah.
Ah! Mortal Kombat. We're talking about Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
That was Don the barber 3 weeks ago.
It was.
Fucking asshole.
I mean,
Shit hurt.
we can talk more about Mortal Kombat if you want.
Nah, I'm good. I love Mortal. I know you do. We talk about Mortal Kombat every week. Somehow,
all the goddamn time.
Somehow you slide it in here every week. I didn't know how you do it.
Magic. You actually did it this week.
I did do it.
This was your fault.
It's
always fresh in your mind, though, thanks to me.
That's all right. It's all right. You know one thing for sure.
Your beard is looking fresh.
I'm just saying, bub. You've lost a step in the last year and change.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, the beard?
Yeah.
See, I feel like my beard game has gone up a little bit.
I mean,
It's
allegedly.
it's not as tight right now as I need a haircut.
I said, hey, let's trim these stragglers back into the thick growth, get rid of the new growth.
Yeah.
And dude looks at me and went, I'm like, you can see like daylight, like we don't need that.
Yeah.
All right. And then proceeded to not do what I asked. But still looks pretty good. Still looks pretty good.
I get my beard game back to the point. You're right. I was looking at it
Whatever,
earlier.
dude.
I was
It's
looking
fine.
at it
No, it's
earlier,
fine.
and I was like, I gotta get it. I gotta get this tamed up, but I was also feeling kind of tired.
We'll just call you the bearded chooch. You know, I mean, that's fine.
Really what it is.
That's fine.
It is lesser than like when Walt does this, it's much more impressive because like he grabs a whole.
Well, I stopped doing that because like the shape, I fuck the shape up if I grab it.
See, I like the grab shape. I'm a fan of the point.
I spent like 6 whole minutes in the morning trying to get this lay flat fucking.
That's fair.
6 whole minutes.
I sleep on my face and I just go.
Well, I wake up in the morning and I have CPAP. CPAP waves, and it's like right here, and then it's
little bows of the clown.
Right here, and then all of this is like pushed underneath.
That's not fun.
Fat people problems.
I should probably have one of those too. Apparently I snore too much if I'm not like laying on my side. But I love to sleep on my back. It's my favorite.
You know what my favorite thing to do? Be on my back too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that.
Just saying.
I mean,
I don't know why we gotta put in the work all the time.
freedom.
You know what I mean? Goddamn fucking ridiculous. Hey, if you're still here hanging out with us, hit the thumbs up button. I think I just said that like 12 minutes ago, but
that's okay.
We've got a whole bunch of fucking people, Bob.
We do. We're, like it keeps coming, it keeps going up, and it goes down, and goes up, and goes down.
It's crazy. We've been doing this shit for how long, motherfucker? We ain't never fucking had nobody watching this shit, you know? Now we got motherfuckers watching it all day.
All the time.
You hated the Bulls, Pat? What are you, drunk?
What? It's because they beat Cleveland?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, they beat
What's
everybody, though.
Did you guys think there was way too many commercials for Monday Night Raw? Felt like way too many. Actually, that's a good call. I appreciate you bringing that up.
I actually don't think it was too bad.
I didn't think it was too bad either. I was disappointed, though.
So there are people that pay. So I don't pay for Netflix without commercials. I know you do. So does Adam, our dear friend, Adam.
Yeah.
Adam C. also pays for it. Texted me immediately, like during the first commercial break, and goes, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "This commercial," and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, I pay for like the cheapest Netflix because like I think Netflix is garbage. Like otherwise, although
I mean, you better hold your tongue, bro. In like 8 months, that's gonna be a WWE network, bro. You better chill the fuck out. We're gonna get canceled.
Whatever. Anyway, so Netflix, WWE is gonna get canceled on Netflix at some point because that's what they do. But what's happening here? Why is this wet? Oh no, I didn't do that.
It's okay.
All right. So like he's like, I pay for the non-commercial Netflix, and like our other buddy like chimed in and was just like, no, like it's just gonna be a thing, and yeah, they don't care about your life.
I mean, I knew we were in trouble whenever Christmas Day I sat down and I turned on the Steelers and Chiefs game, and I had commercials.
Yeah. I mean, I knew because like they told us that there was going to be commercials because like if you dug in a little bit because it was like Raw is coming to Netflix, but if you dug into a little
This
bit,
is phenomenal,
right? I told you. If you dug in a little bit, they were like, oh, with commercials because it's going to be a live stream and yada yada yada, and you know, so I was expecting it, but I get if you like didn't dig in and didn't figure out that like, oh shit, like this is going to be like a problem. right? Like this is going to be, it's going to be the basic same TV experience that you get. Maybe slightly less commercials and I feel like it is slightly less commercials on Netflix. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like the commercial breaks weren't like 6 and 8 minutes, like you get used to watching network television. But at the same point in time, it was just like, I didn't think we were gonna have all this problem.
It was more than I thought there was going to be. In all honesty, they were shorter than because usually the Raw particularly, I feel like their commercial breaks, especially over the last couple of years, have just been almost egregious. Yeah. To the point of like it being like, well, Raw is a 1 hour and 57-minute show, but it's on for 3 hours. So like there's like a third of commercials plus. It was probably Raw, I think, was an hour and 45 or so. So it's like it was less commercials than it would have been on the USA Network last year. But at the same time, it was still more commercials than like you expected it to be. So
I gotta pee.
Oh, well, it's gonna pee. We gave him too much liquid. So on the commercial aspect of everything, it's really hard to like kind of get back to this because it's a bait and switch, right? We were told like, oh, cut the cord. It's all we talked about for fucking 10, 15 years. Cut the cord. And now we've cut the cord, and like now we're actually getting things that like you lost when you cut the cord. Like we get wrestling, we get football, we get basketball, we get all kind of things for cutting the cord. But what came with all that stuff is commercials. It just came with it, and now we just stream commercials. And I'll tell you what, the fucking commercials stream in 4K, but when I'm sitting here and I don't pay for 4K Netflix, despite watching it on my 65-inch 4K TV, like I'm watching commercials in 4K, but I'm not always watching Raw in 4K because I don't pay for 4K Netflix. And I don't know I'm kind of waiting for it to shake out. If Raw becomes 4K constantly, like if I'm watching 4K Raw, like with no stop, right? Like it's all 4K, and there I am. Like I'm great, right? And I will watch 4K Raw from start to finish, and I will pay for the $5 upgrade if every minute of the 3-hour Raw is 4K. But right now it's not. They still have that 4K camera coming down the aisle, and actually the first time
you did say that.
The first time it was not in 4K when they did that, it was weird because like you expect that transition to happen and I didn't get it. But like then I got it towards the end of the show, and now I'm like, well, was it a loading issue? What the fuck? So I'm kind of waiting for everything to shake out, and then like I feel like if Raw is gonna be exclusively in 4K, they're gonna probably try to like tell me about it because I'm not watching. I don't pay for Netflix to like, and I haven't paid for Netflix for a long time because like I didn't care. Probably since the last season of Stranger Things aired. So what was that? 3 years ago?
Sure.
So I haven't had Netflix for 3 years, and I haven't missed any of it. And now that it's like all this other stuff, but once if they tell me Raw will be exclusively in 4K for every minute of the episode, I will probably pay for that. But if it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna pay for it until that's the case.
No, and I think that's fair. I mean, but I've had it for, I don't know, 13 years.
Ever? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the tippy top.
Mm-hmm.
And I have commercials, and I don't understand why, and I don't like it.
No, yeah, that I think is also a legitimate gripe because if you pay for because there's still action happening, and even if it's like lesser action because it's commercial break, I feel like you should still get it.
I mean, to be fair, like if I watch like a recorded episode of AEW Dynamite, which I live in DVR world, right? I fast forward through the fucking picture-in-picture because it's not the same viewing experience.
It's not.
And it's only bit me in the ass once, and that was like Orange Cassidy getting that fucking quick pin with the roll up in the picture-in-picture. And what was that, like 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I think that was an accident.
And then Tony Khan comes out and says, "Oh, well, we were just here to show you." We're just here to show you that anything can happen in picture-in-picture. We don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. It could be craziness. We got to change the world title picture-in-picture. We don't know. It's just whatever happens, happens. It's just picture-in-picture. We want you to pay attention to what's going on in the picture-in-picture. We're just trying to pay some bills over here. It doesn't matter really anything about anything else. We're just trying to pay some bills. But if you better be paying attention to what happened in the picture, in the tiny little box, not the big box with the advertisement, but the tiny box. Come pay attention to the tiny box.
That was tremendous.
Well, you've never been live for a Cocaine Tony rant.
That was so much better in person. It's it was
Tactical Rooster double IPA is delicious.
Tactical Rooster.
Look, he's wearing a suit.
He sure is.
Oh, look, he's Russian.
He's got the
It's like the USSR.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking Drago.
It is. He does. He does.
If he dies, he dies. Shoot me with all the roids. If he dies, he dies.
The thing of he had the things on him to pump the oxygen back into him. So
Hey, John Moxley's never seen that fucking movie. You remember all that fucking beef between him and fucking Punk? Because Punk was like, it was Moxley. Punk was like, oh, it's like Rocky IV. Moxley's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Mox is dropping the ball.
Uncultured swine.
He's dropping the ball right now.
How dare you?
Ball's being dropped right now.
How dare you?
Those are the worst segments on Dynamite.
3 weeks ago, you were fucking.
Yeah, but I would love to crank my ham to that, but
how dare you?
We're right now those are the worst segments. That was the worst. Those last 3 weeks in a row. Those are the worst segments I've done.
How dare you?
Because now he's dealing with Cope. Not Adam Copeland, not Edge. Now it's Cope. And Cope got beat up this week.
Again.
But it wasn't Adam Copeland, it was Cope.
Rated R Superstar.
Rated R Cope.
Cope.
Just Cope.
I can't.
Cope with it, motherfucker.
You know, when I was getting dressed to fucking get in the Jeep to come up here, right?
I'm like next to you, by the way.
I'm thumbing through the shirts. Well, heat don't really work all that great in the Jeep. Gotta stay warm. So I pulled out the Lamex jersey. Put the hoodie on underneath, which I've since taken off. But as I made it to the Lamex jersey, okay,
I'm hurting my feelings right now.
I passed the greatest Adam Copeland t-shirt of all time that I had. And it's the Nirvana one.
Yeah.
With the big gold floating on the hood, on the fish hook instead of the dollar bill. And I said, I don't want to wear that. Fuck that guy.
It's raw.
And then right behind it was the Edge Rated R from his WWE return. And I just shook my head. It's like, what am I supposed to do with these two fantastic t-shirts?
Now we know what Rated R stood for.
You can't say that.
I didn't say anything.
But you implied it.
I feel like implication is the best form of saying it.
So as Royal Rumble season approaches,
oh God,
okay, I love all of the things that happen, and we gotta try to fucking jam a whole topic and a half into
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean it's like 9:25.
Yeah,
it started early.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as we're good by 10, right?
Yeah.
That'll get you home.
That'll get you home around 10.
That'll get you home in a decent hour.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I just gotta tell the kids to get to bed.
Yeah.
Then I gotta wake their asses up. Get up! It's time.
Well, I'm gonna go across the street and drink more beer.
That's fine.
So.
I envy you, but
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. But anyways, so as Royal Rumble season approaches, it's always the topic of conversation. Well, who's gonna be the surprises, Tom? Right? And then we hear things like Malachi Black.
Yes, boy.
Is at the end of his deal.
Yes, boy.
And we talked about this, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. But that match against Adam Cole, baby, felt awfully reminiscent of a send-off.
Sure did.
And then he wrestled 3 matches after that, all of which were
Good.
bangers.
Yeah, great.
He can show that he can. He shows that he can still work. He might be cleared. He might be contract cleared by Royal Rumble time.
That would be. Do you think they'll have the creak with the coffin open thing?
And then him fucking shoot up on the board. I mean, he's definitely going to be Aleister Black again. There's no way.
Yeah, he has
not.
to be Aleister Black.
And they'll sell it, and they won't botch it like, that's Tommy End. But that's not Tommy End. That's not the guy that I wrestled in Dusseldorf, Germany. That's Malachi Black.
That's Malachi Black. Like, where'd you pull that from, Excalibur? I'm so glad you're clairvoyance. God, the sooner he gets out of AEW, the better for him, because I feel like his AEW run has been nothing but stumbles, and not on his part. I feel like AEW themselves have tripped and punched themselves, fallen, and like landed on their own fist in their face with everything about.
I think I was listening to Busted Open last week when they were talking about Malachi Black. He didn't wrestle in the entirety of 2023.
He didn't wrestle a singles match. There was tag matches. But
okay.
He did not. You're right. He did not wrestle a singles match.
And like, I mean, we're talking about a dude that was the NXT champion, probably one of the best NXT champions of all time.
Absolutely. Like him and Adam Cole there and Tommaso Ciampa. Like those.
I mean, he beat Drew McIntyre for the NXT championship.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Drew McIntyre blew his shit out.
Yeah.
Right? And or was that reversed?
No, you're right. Drew McIntyre was hurt.
And or did Aleister Black get hurt and Drew McIntyre won?
No. Drew McIntyre won. After Drew McIntyre won, that was like Adam Cole showed up.
Okay.
Who beat Drew?
I gotta look.
No. Drew was gone when Aleister Black was the champion.
No, because they wrestled each other.
Right, but I think Aleister Black beat him because Tommaso Ciampa is who beat Aleister Black.
Winning the NXT Championship at TakeOver New Orleans, but against who? I'm telling you it was Drew because somebody got hurt in that match.
I think he did beat Drew, but
Nope, Drew beat him because he got hurt. That's what it was on the powerbomb by the ropes. And it was an awkward landing.
But no, because Tommaso Ciampa beat Aleister Black for the title.
I thought Tommaso Ciampa beat.
I'm almost certain.
I thought that Aleister Black beat Tommaso Ciampa.
No,
you were right. You're right.
Yeah, Ciampa
you were right.
Yeah, it was Ciampa because it was a screw job kind of deal.
Drew, keep talking.
And then because after Drew won, Adam Cole came out and Adam Cole beat the shit out of Drew, and that was Adam Cole's debut after Drew won the title. And then Ciampa beat Black. Black beat. No, Black beat Andrade, so it must have been Andrade.
That's right.
Yeah, it must have been Andrade.
So, like, there's a lot of meat on the bones there.
Yeah.
Right? And, as a couple of guys that have been into what Aleister Black, Malachi Black, Tommy End, Tom Budgeon, I believe is his last name.
I think you're right.
Budgeon. I like him. I like him a lot. I like his presentation. I like his style.
I feel like he's been fumbled a lot by whatever federation he's been in, but like
you know who didn't fumble him?
Triple H.
Paul Levesque.
Yes.
Paul Levesque didn't fumble him.
Sure didn't.
And as a matter of fact, Paul Levesque made me care about Tom Budgeon, aka Aleister Black, a.k.a. Tommy End, a.k.a. Malachi Black. Wait a minute, that's not Tommy End.
That's not the man I wrestled in Dusseldorf, Germany.
I really wish Derek was here to talk about this.
I really do too.
You know
because,
what?
Like,
I'm gonna try something right now.
you're just gonna call him?
I am gonna call him.
Oh, yes. Number 1 friend of the show. Number 2 friend of the show, actually, Derek Wright.
Actually, well,
Can we get his face?
I'll try to do that too.
That'd be amazing. He's not gonna pick up.
He's not. There's no way he picks up. Actually, I'm just gonna end this. Let's try this.
There you go.
Oh, look at that beard.
It is looking good.
It's only 9:30 on a Sunday. Like,
I don't know what that means to you versus what it means to me. Like,
I mean, I'm just getting home.
It means
like,
Game of Thrones came on like 30 minutes ago.
He's not gonna answer, guys. Like,
He's not. This is a fun.
Because friend of the show, Pat Martin, might be the only one that understands the whole Dumbledore Germany. This motherfucker, I'm gonna call him again. Fuck him. Might be the only one that understands this whole Dumbledore Germany thing. But my God, I'm laying beside Sid. I don't care. Answer my FaceTime, bitch.
There you go.
Laughy face, laughy face, laughy face. We are trying to include you in the podcast. See, this is who Tom and I are as human beings. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blow that your way.
You're good. I don't care.
I'm breaking the hotel's rules.
Shh. We don't know that.
I have a whole fireplace over here.
I mean, you can have fire in here.
I mean, yeah.
That's
It gets
literally
real
fire.
hot in here though when that bitch is on.
I know. It was on when I got here. It was warm.
No, it wasn't. I never turned it on.
Oh. Well, they left it on for you then.
No, I never turned it on.
It was. There's a flame in there.
Yeah,
It's the pilot.
that's called a pilot.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, it's fine. All right. You know, the one thing that I'm gonna say about this room is that, like,
Here we go.
they upgraded these TVs 12 years ago, and they did it to the highest quality. However, they fucking didn't do it again.
They did do it again, and they've also not updated their infrastructure on their television stuff.
That's a great picture. That might be the best picture that's ever been taken of me.
I mean,
Let's streak pictures of me.
I'm sending it to Pee Wee
Oh,
because I'm trying to get him to.
Oh, Painway. So yeah, Malachi Black. I expect him to be in the Rumble. I expect him to be in the Rumble as
Really?
Aleister Black. I hope so. Like, this
Who's
is
gonna knock on the door though?
I think that gimmick is dead. I hope that gimmick is dead. Good lord.
I'm sure Zelina Vega would enjoy having her husband back.
I think that's the only logical explanation as to why. Into what, but also like the fumbling of the creative, because like.
Well, it's because he was a shiny toy for like 3 weeks, and then Cody Rhodes buried him. Let's not forget that.
Cody Rhodes did bury him. I'd rather not see him talk to Cody, or maybe he shows up and beats the shit out of Cody.
I'd be into that.
In fact, I would love it if he showed up with Buddy and with
Brody King.
Brody King.
That's not going to be a thing.
It's not, because they've resigned.
Edge and Buddy are.
Adam Cope. Cope. You mean Cope?
I did the thing.
Coping.
I did the thing that makes me angry.
Mr. Coping mechanism.
I did the thing that makes me angry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Brody and
I still
Buddy were standing there, and Cope interrupted them and said, "It's time for you to take the reins, brother."
That is kind of what he said. I don't know if he did that exactly, but it was pretty close.
On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life.
I see real fucking clearly with that. It's a fucking,
better day
it's a fucking mess, is what it is.
and some broken dreams.
broken leg. I assume this is for me.
Yeah, I mean, I brought it for you.
A hazy hidden hand.
Yeah. That's the one I was telling you. The can's fucking sweet.
Good Lord. Man.
How beefy is it? Is it beefy?
Man.
If it's beefy, don't drink it.
You don't want me to drive and die.
I know. I just want you to. I don't want to be
I
responsible.
mean, I can hold my. 4.7%.
Oh, hell yeah! The can's dope for a 4.7. What?
Shit. This is water.
What?
I was thirsty. Thanks for bringing me a water.
That can's
Cheers.
fucking beautiful. I mean, this CCCCP fucking roosters.
This is tremendous.
Is it?
For a 4.7? Yeah, this is.
Or give me a little shot.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Give me a little shot.
I mean, it's the alcohol should kill it.
Whatever.
Whatever exists in
my wife is perennially sick from December to June every year.
Yeah, it makes sense. For a pale ale, a hazy pale ale, which is great. Like, this is crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's great, right? That's crazy. That's a I'm gonna drink this all day kind of beer.
That's pretty good.
That's a I need hydrated kind of beer.
Shout out to Hidden Hand Brewing, Future Saints, Hazy Pale. That's pretty good.
That's a. God, I feel like this is low enough ABV. I could just drink it driving home.
I don't know. It's got a weird finish, but it's not off-putting. Maybe that's just the fucking Eagle Rare.
Probably the Eagle Rare on the glass. This is clean. Wow.
I do like that though.
Wow.
Well, here, I'm going to give you some Tactical Rooster. See, this is why we do what we do.
So we can hang out and drink each other's beer.
Yeah.
We just did this like not even a month ago. We're like, try this. Have you tried this yet? Have you tried that yet?
Yeah.
What are you drinking? What am I drinking?
I was a passenger princess on that fucking journey.
Wow.
That's pretty good, right?
That's a special one right there.
That's from Camp Hill, PA. Evergreen Brewing.
Established 2016. It's a baby. Man, these motherfuckers know what they're doing. That was something. Where'd you get those?
The Beer Mine, right there off of Vanadium.
Well, the Beer Mine clearly carries good beer. They
didn't have El Segundo though, which is a good beer.
You're right.
All three of them are good.
You're right, but they also
even though the regular Stone Cold IPA is fine.
It's fine. It is. The double, however, tremendous. That's special. That's real special. So Malachi,
fuck him.
I mean,
not him, but him.
Well, I mean, I would like to see Malachi in the Rumble. I feel like him being in the Rumble would mean something. I'd pop real hard.
What's
happening? He's in the dark.
He's in the dark, but he's here. Look,
he's in the dark.
Hey, we're live.
Are you?
Yeah, we're live. Listen, so we're talking right now about Aleister Black potentially being in the Royal Rumble.
You know, Aliester.
Yeah, I heard that he potentially might be leaving.
So what do you think about the possibility of Malachi or Tommy? That's not who I wrestled in Dusseldorf, Germany, being in the Royal Rumble.
I mean, flights in and out of Dusseldorf right now are kind of hard to come by. So as long as his travel works out and he can actually get there in time and be prepared, he's going to need time to get back into the WWE system and learn the ropes a little bit of how the new company works now that we don't have Vince shitting all over women in backstage and whatnot.
So what you're saying is that like he needs to understand what it's like where a guy who doesn't poop on girls' heads books the match.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be an adjustment period.
It's weird to.
I hope it works out for him.
It's weird to not be grossed out.
In Dusseldorf, Germany, has just skyrocketed. So he needs all the cash flow he can get right
Well,
now.
I mean, I hear
That was
WWE
why
is.
shit was not working out.
I hear WWE is bringing in their biggest gates ever. So if that's the case, they've got plenty of cash to throw around to get Malachi Black out of Dumbledorf, Germany,
And away from far away from Excalibur.
far away from Excalibur, who is not the man that he wrestled in Dumbledorf, Germany.
You'll never know that man.
all this-
Tommy End.
All this years, he doesn't know who Tommy End is any longer.
Oh shit! Hey, listen, I love you, bub. I'm glad you picked up. We miss you, bro.
I love you, fellas.
Hey, we miss you, bro.
Miss you guys.
We do. Come hang out with us. We miss you.
Come do a show with us.
All right, that'd be cool. Where are you at? In Morgantown or?
No, we're at a hotel outside of Pittsburgh right now.
We're in the South Hills.
Why are you in a hotel?
Because I have a meeting in the morning, so
And
Tom and
I
I decided to do the show together.
And I live 15 minutes away, so I just drove.
Oh, you guys can have a sleepover.
No, well, maybe if he drinks any more of this Eagle Rare that I brought him.
I think I'm all right. I'm gonna go home, but I mean, we could. He's got a king size bed in there.
I mean, we could cuddle, but I snore. I didn't bring my CPAP.
I snore too. It's
I
fine.
forgot my CPAP.
I snore. We snore together.
Listen, let's do a show. Let's do a show. You hear me?
Yeah, let's plan something out for like a weekend or something, maybe.
All right.
Like a special.
Yeah, but
That way.
yeah, I'm down. You down?
Okay.
I'll make whatever work.
We'll make it happen.
I'll make
Like a
anything work.
pay-per-view or
I
something.
can make anything.
Like a
work.
pay-per-view or something.
You gotta give me 3 days. I will make it work.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure something out for sure.
Fuck yeah. Love you, bub.
All right, later, boys. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
That's dope.
I love that we didn't get his actual face.
That's dope.
I don't know what Derek looks like anymore. He might be totally. Might look totally different.
No, he definitely I can see the faint light of the phone hitting his little chubby cheeks. He's the same guy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, he sounds the same.
Yeah.
So I imagine he looks the same. I mean,
That's awesome. I hope that translated. Friend of the show, Pat Martin. Did that translate? Could you hear Derek?
Dolph Ziggler. I don't think we get Dolph Ziggler. I think that's a no.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin says Dolph Ziggler at the Rumble. Do you guys know where he is from? Yes, he's from Cleveland. Patrick, we know.
Yeah.
But that's big chatter right now. Is Dolph Ziggler? Is Nick Nemeth going to be in the Royal Rumble? You say no?
I think there's a 0% chance.
Really?
No. I think there's no
I mean,
chance.
he's a TNA champion right now.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we get him.
Yeah, but I mean, TNA and WWE working together, Bob.
They're about to steal Jordan Grace. I don't think.
I don't think they're about to steal Jordan Grace. I think they're about to elevate Jordan Grace.
That's great. And you know what? There's a better chance of him being in the Royal Rumble than Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. There's a better chance of him being in the Royal Rumble than Cope.
On this day, I see clearly
There's a better chance of
that I made career mistakes by taking my talents to Jacksonville with Tony Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. But yeah, no, I mean,
That was a good one.
I mean, we're certainly not going to see Cope.
No, fuck that guy.
We're not going to see Uncle Jay.
Fuck that guy.
I mean, we're not going to see Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Okay.
We're not going to see. So it's like, we can talk about all the people we're not going to see. I mean, Dolph is a higher. Nick Nemeth is more likely than any of the people that I just mentioned. Shit, we might see Excalibur before we see fucking.
I'm glad you brought this up, Pat. You know I want Gold Dust, but I don't think it will happen.
He already re-signed with AEW.
He just re-signed with
Yeah.
AEW.
It's over. Like that dream has died. And in that dream dying, we're also missing. Not only are we not going to see him in the Rumble, he is not going to be the Hall of Fame class of 2025, which I think is a fucking crime.
28. I bet we get him
He
28.
might be posthumously at this point.
No. You think? Maybe. You might be right. He fumbled the bag here for sure.
I mean,
He could have been in the WWE Hall because he deserves to be in WWE.
absolutely.
I mean,
he will be.
Of the three roads, he's the best worker, and it's not even close.
No, you're right.
Not even close.
His power slam is better than Randy Orton.
He is the absolute best character.
Yeah.
And he is the absolute best worker.
Yeah.
In the Rhodes family.
Absolutely.
And it's not even close.
No, it's not. You're right. I don't have anything to argue with you here. It's sad because we're like,
I mean, clearly he can't get over the treatment from Vinnie Mac, right? Like,
I mean, is he waiting for Vince to die? I think that's really what it is.
I mean, maybe.
He might be waiting.
You know, this was supposed to be our last topic, but we're here, and
Vince might be waiting a long time because for Vince to die.
with this whole Tommy End, Aleister Black thing, which I'm super excited for the prospects that
he would fit in so perfectly.
I think he would. But
think
you
about
know,
I mean,
okay.
with Shinsuke Nakamura,
Okay.
with
wait a minute.
could you see him against LA Knight? Like the possibility, like now we're talking about like bringing him in and having dream matches, right?
I'd like to see him as a world champion.
I mean, that'd be great too. I mean, but like just bringing him in and like, let's say he shows up day one and beats Nakamura for the USA title. Let's say that after he beats Nakamura for the USA title, what happens if he, goes on and then like LA Knight's like, nah, Mr. Tommy End coming in here and trying to take the superstar spotlight, nah. And then then he's in a feud with LA Knight, and then he could feud with Jey Uso. And then he could he could lose to Jay. Jay could be the USA champion, and then he could go on to bigger and better things. He could fight fucking Cody Rhodes again, a bunch of times, because we've done that before, and I just think there's so much possibility, and there's so many like dream matches, and he's the kind of guy who's like, kind of on that cusp of like. He could be in the mid card, he could be in the main card, and I don't know that he's going to be a world champion, but I wouldn't hate it. It's like at this point, like
I'd love to see him as a world champion.
So but I feel like he comes in as the contender,
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
And it's an easy like thought, and then depending on how the booking goes, like a year from now, it's like, oh yeah, definitely he's the world champion. And he has a great world championship run.
No, I'm into it. I think it would be awesome. And we started to talk about his NXT run a little bit ago and then kind of got sidetracked a little bit, but he was a phenomenal NXT champion. Mm-hmm. And I think that he can absolutely
him, Ciampa, Andrade, and Adam Cole really like those four to me.
Drew was in that mix too.
Sure, but like those four particularly stick out to me as like unbelievable NXT champions.
I mean,
incredible. Like they were better NXT champions than the WWE champions were at that time.
Yes, and there's no doubt that Tommaso Ciampa was like the gold standard.
Unbelievable. Like the fact that he was relegated so far back. And I know he got hurt, and there was a lot of other like ancillary things that like kind of like sort of derailed that. But like, man, when he would come out like with no music, holy shit. Like he would come out to boo. Like his music was boo. You're the devil, Ciampa.
Or fuck you, Ciampa.
Unbelievable. Like the man had nuclear heat, and it was like you wanted to see him get punched in the face, and then he'd win, and it would deflate the crowd. It was so good. God, it was
like a Mercedes Moné promo.
But
but in a good way.
In the way that you wanted it to happen.
Yes.
Like during his promos, the boos would be like, "You're the devil, fuck you." It wasn't just like I gotta pee. It was like rah, rah. And posthumously.
I need all that. But you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right. Pat, we might have to wait until Dustin fucking to get Gold Dust in WWE Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
And like I get it, he put out a tweet recently and somebody was like, hey, he said one last ride, and somebody was like, you should have had your last ride with WWE. And Dustin replied and said, yeah, but I don't have to deal with creative doesn't have anything for you. I'm treated with respect here. So I mean, good on him because he is treated with respect there.
He is, and
he's portrayed to be a big deal.
And he has both. He has two roles too in AEW, which he would not have in WWE.
No, because he's like in charge of the women's division.
Yeah, so like he gets to be both booker.
Well, it's because he's only in charge of the women's division because Kenny Omega, did the whole thing with the dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's been so much better since Dustin's been in charge though. Like if we're being honest,
I mean, we still see the dumpster fire from time to time,
but like it's so much. Like,
do you think like
so much better?
Never mind.
Like he's done so much better. Like it's not even like it's a night and day difference. It's like
don't get me wrong. I would sure the dumpster fire.
Yeah,
it'd
be warm.
But like, it's just
it'd be warm.
I don't need to see her carrying the belt.
No,
her not having the belt. Her having the belt.
Who are we talking about here? Sheeta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah.
I like where he's relegated her to. It's a big deal when she shows up and then loses and we don't see her for a month.
This is great. Joe Hendry in the Rumble. Since we're staying on team.
Absolutely.
It'll come back. There it is.
It's just our faces. It's just the face.
I know what you're talking about. I have the face of a fucking angel.
These are the faces that run the place. The faces that run the places. Multiple places.
I don't know about you, but I have stock in this building.
I know I'm stock in this building.
I own a portion. This is my suite.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Did you like pee in that corner? Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I marked my territory. Might have had one too many IPAs.
It's a big dog right here. This is a big dog. But no, it's like there's so much good that can come now, and like even within AEW, like I feel like there's a sort of gonna be a back and forth coming now, where it's like, oh, some WWE stars get released. They get like with Bobby Lashley, right?
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be some WWE stars that don't get what they and maybe we'll see the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate. Like maybe that's gonna be what we hoped it would be in WWE. We'll get it in AEW, and we're getting a little bit of that right now. It's still a slow build, but it's been good every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like we're getting that, so we're getting what we want there, and then like the stuff that didn't work out, like Malachi Black, Aleister Black,
Ali Esther. Shout out to Derek.
Love you, brother.
He was here.
I know he was for like a hot minute.
Like I give him 3 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, I'll look.
So like I feel like we're right now sort of in like the pinnacle of what
3 minutes
on the dot.
3 minutes.
You are not fucking around on the dot. Holy shit. Holy shit.
That might be the most viewed 3 minutes of the week.
I hope so.
Me too. I'll cut it.
You should.
I'll snip it and then I'll blast it. Derek's back.
Can we do snips of 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, what's this like black screen?
I just got to be under the influence enough to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah.
208.
Maybe on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. That'll be a good Thursday, like pick me up.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Now we got it. We got this. We got this going. So I feel like we're sort of in the pinnacle of like we are so lucky to be wrestling fans right now.
Oh, it's so dope. Everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's like you can turn on any show and like every day of the week and it's like, hey, that was a good show.
I'm so proud of fucking AEW right now.
I'm proud of AEW. I'm proud of TNA. I could watch wrestling. We are right now missing really good wrestling somewhere on Sunday.
No, there's nothing on Sunday. Sunday's free and clear. Unless an AEW pay-per-view's on and there's no one on now.
But maybe somebody is wrestling somebody somewhere.
Probably.
Sunday's our only day.
Yeah.
I miss Sunday Night Heat.
Raw, NXT, AEW, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown, Collision.
Yeah. Sunday's off. I miss Sunday Night Heat. 7 o'clock. What a good time slot.
Yeah, because Sunny fucking trotted her titties out and
Goldust was there. Gangrel was there. We got some Ken Shamrock. You really punched yourself in the head there.
Not really. Because we're working punches.
It sounded good. Don't hurt yourself.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. Don't hit me like that.
No.
I'll fall down.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Nah. Hey, so that was supposed to be the main event, but unfortunately we skipped the topic, and it's probably just because Tom and I are here sitting next to each other.
It's my fault. I'm gonna take the blame.
No, you can't take the blame.
I can take whatever.
Vincent McMahon sent out a little tweet ski.
Oh yeah, this is a great finale here, actually.
But it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, but it actually is a good finale.
So Vince McMahon on the old Twix machine says the case is closed. Today ends nearly 3 years of investigation by different governmental. Is that even a word? Governmental?
Yes.
Agencies. There has been a great deal of speculation about what exactly the government was investigating and what the outcome would be. As today's resolution shows, much of that speculation was misguided and misleading. In the end, there was never anything more to this than minor accounting errors with regard to some personal payments that I made several years ago while I was, in all caps, BT Dubs, CEO of WWE.
And CEO and WWE in caps as they ought to be. Were they bolded there?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm thrilled that I can now put this all behind me.
Hey, this was the this is what we expected to happen. He's gonna pay like what? Is it sub $2 million bucks?
No, I think it was like 1.3 million in fines.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. It's like the equivalent of you pulling a $10 bill out of your pocket.
I mean, we're not gonna do that because I don't have one.
I don't either, but
if I had to, it wouldn't be all that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, my penis might be.
Right, but like that's about the equivalent, right?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe $100 bill.
The guy's a billionaire.
Maybe $100 bill. Then.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, like it hurts just enough, but it's like, it's only 3 hours of my day.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
It's like, yeah, I'm fine.
That's exactly what this is. But the way that he sends a tweet out would lead you to believe that, like, he's free and clear in life, right? Like, case closed.
I mean, unless there's an appeal, which, honest to God, that can't...
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about that, bud. Like, he's still got the fucking pooping on the bed with the fucking...
I feel like that's already done.
But it's not, because her attorney, Janelle Grant's attorney, said, well, good for him, but, like, this is different.
He pooped on my client.
So, like, but he postures like, we're done here.
I mean, so in all, his attorneys are going to take this win
Oh yeah.
And they're going to compound it upon. So what he's now done is, so they've climbed. Janelle Grant's attorneys about the getting pooped on thing have. Now here's the funny part about it though, is that they climbed a ladder, right, to get to the point to where they are. But now what Vince McMahon has done is he has now added an extra ladder on top of that because of this this case and this.
Oh my God, Otis is climbing to the top.
Exactly. But you know who's going to catch it on the way up? Johnny Ace.
Oh, hey, boss.
Because you know his penis was in her mouth when her head got pooped on. Look, I'm just citing.
Can I cut that? That's not funny.
It's not funny. I'm just citing what the legal documents said. I'm just citing what they said.
You know what?
So you know who's in trouble now? It's not Vince. It's Johnny Ace.
Yeah. You know what?
So you know who's gonna have to pay? Janelle Grant. Johnny Ace. Vince McMahon pooped on a girl. Johnny Ace is gonna have to pay.
That's some of a bitch.
That's exactly what's about to happen. You can quote me on this. This is what's gonna happen. Vince McMahon pooped on a girl. Johnny Ace is gonna pay for it.
Oh, that's good shit, pal.
We can clip this back like 2 years from now when that goes through.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna be like, Tom, I knew you were right at the time, but it's unbelievable. This is what happened, and that's gonna be it. It's the end of times.
So I think right now the big thing that we need to focus on with that is like Vince just beat the government.
Yeah, which he's done twice before.
Yeah, steroid trial.
Steroid, and then YWB was sports entertainment, and
oh yeah, the whole thing with the PTA.
Yeah, because of the PTA. Yeah, because of that. So he's 3-0.
Interesting.
Against the government.
He gonna lose this civil case, so there's no way he wins this civil case.
He's got the money to lose the civil case.
Yeah.
But you know who's gonna pay more? Johnny Ace.
Well, you know, boss, last time I checked, it's about that time for match of the week.
Oh no. Come on, let's go.
It's the little engine that could. Hotel internet.
I feel like that went probably live, like it happened, and then so my match of the week was Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy.
Against our friends with the Garzas, Angel and Humberto was in Korea, but still,
Angel Garza and Humberto Correa.
tremendous, fantastic. Like I love the when Pretty Deadly is like yelling out like, DIY, help me, please.
I hope they get a chance.
Oh my God, are they good on TV? They are like these guys.
Like there's a reason why, because I mean they were the tag team champions underneath the Triple H and NXT.
They were, but imagine so they are like the Nasty Boys, but good.
I mean the Nasty Boys were good,
right? But like
for their era,
right? But like the Nasty Boys, but like not fucking shitty and stupid.
Let's calm down.
Okay. Look, buddy, as a fan of the Bushwhackers, the Nasty Boys were also shitty and stupid. But that being said, yes, boy, Pretty Deadly. Love that they're finally getting some semblance of a good storyline where they're kind of being used, but also bad guys, and yes, boy, and Johnny Gargano's great in this, and everybody's great. Everything around this is great.
Tag team division on SmackDown.
This is my shit. This is the shit I live for. When I was a kid, fucking the Bushwhackers and and Mosh and Thrasher and like that shit was like that was my shit, right? Like those guys were like, no, these guys are cool, and what's happening here is awesome, and this is like that level of like this is that level of cool. So I'm very excited that we're going back to that era of like cool tag teams who are like kind of dipshits, but like it just works, and it's like it's good TV, and I'm excited about it, and this is what I want. So that's my match of the week.
My match of the week is Pretty Deadly versus Los Garza.
Because it was fucking great.
I love the fact that tag team wrestling feels important on Friday night.
And it's stupid in the way that it's supposed to be.
But like both of those teams I love so very much for different reasons. And like Los Garza finally getting a chance, and I hope that they get the little bit of the push. And I mean, they're obviously going to lose the DIY, but I hope they get a title match.
Yeah.
I genuinely hope they beat Motor City Machine Guns, or it's not going to
with
happen.
the help of DIY.
Yeah,
which
but
would be great.
But it might not happen that way. Who knows?
It would be an accident.
Yeah,
like
I'd be into it.
Yeah,
good for them. But man, I really want Pretty Deadly to have a chance because they are so committed. And then I hope that they get to do their little musical.
So I love
and I hope Braun Strowman is the main character.
That would be great.
Because I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I would love that. And especially now that everything's 3 hours. Like I feel like there's the time to let that breathe and let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it could just happen and we could watch it. It doesn't have to be a long time. It just has to be a fun time. And it's like it would be great, and we would love it, and we would be like, oh my god, it happened. Yes, boy. And then maybe they turn on each other, maybe it gets more serious. I don't know, but like what's happening has been fun, and I feel like they're just like
the tag team division feels important on SmackDown, right?
But it feels fun.
Yeah,
fun.
Yes, Street Profits are dope. DIY is dope. I love like Ciampa kind of going back to Goldie days, right? But Gargano's kind of there.
And like Johnny's like got this smarmy character that's going on right now, and it's like when they won the titles, when like Johnny like
low blowed Alex Shelley,
Alex Shelley, and it was like, well, that worked, and like you heard that like over the because he didn't have a microphone, and it was like, everything started to click, and it was just like, oh man, they did it, they really did it. And it's like they didn't make the tag titles like Usos Bloodline, like high level stuff.
No, but I mean that's.
But they put it in that mid level that where we're like, all right, at 9 o'clock when DIY comes out, and we're ready. Like this is going to be entertaining. This is going to be fun, and this is going to be like, oh man, Pretty Deadly's getting involved. This team's getting involved. That team's getting involved, and like the Motor City Machine Guns, raise your fist, and we're just gonna have a good ass time.
Yeah. Tag team division's so dope on SmackDown. It really is.
You've been saying that for months, but yeah.
But like, I'm glad you see it though. Like tag team wrestling's fun because you do get a lot of that. Like the Motor City Machine Guns are the fucking team that's like gonna show up every week, right? And they're gonna give you the match of the fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. But maybe the Motor City Machine Guns are wrestling Pretty Deadly. Mm-hmm. Pretty Deadly's gonna make you go,
yes, boy.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And Motor City Machine Guns are going to look great in their win, right? But it's like, man, both of those guys.
Yeah.
All four of those guys. Both of those teams
everything
elevated.
felt good. You left. You didn't pee during that segment. You held it. And then it hit a commercial break after the pin.
I love tag team wrestling.
It's so fun. When it's done right, it's so fun.
AEW started out real strong. Like that was their thing. And I know you're not. I know you don't like the Young Bucks, and like
I don't.
At first, you didn't really care for the Lucha Bros, but then you learned to respect what they did, and you're gonna mark out for Penta on Monday. Like
it is gonna be Monday. Triple H already told us. You guys already know.
Well, I mean, he said a luchador.
We already know who it is.
If it's Rey Mysterio, we're going to riot.
If it's Rey Mysterio, we're going to talk a lot of shit.
Because, I mean, he's had vignettes and all kinds of things. I'm really excited for how they're going to present him. We talked about this last week. I don't need to go into it again. But I'm really excited on how they're going to present him.
I feel like our text chat is going to be so epic if it's not Penta that we may just have to clip it and be like, read.
Yeah.
Or like we'll put it on the screen and
we'll just you and I'll just we'll just go live for 10 minutes and just read it
what
verbatim.
the goddamn fuck.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna not be for children.
So all right, well, that's weird. We both agreed on match of the week.
It's not that weird.
I mean, it is a little bit.
We only had 2 shows to look at. Really.
That's fair. That's fair. Different reasons though.
Yeah, that's fair.
This was fun.
Yeah. You just need to move up here.
Check us out over on Twitter and Instagram at @1_fall WC. That's ONE. And as always, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast.